That's the encounter I want to play.
You know, like
I want to have to fight my twin in the womb and steal his dick.
I was born with a twin.
Oh my god, I hope the mics are on.
And
Everybody's just waiting.
Welcome to Friends and Fireballs. This is a Dungeons and Dragons show put on by us, a group of friends. My name is Prowant. I will be the Dungeon Master for today and for the foreseeable future. And here with me today are our lovely friends who are our regular role players and one guest role player today. This is going to be a Dungeons and Dragons show that has 5 parts for this first part of this web series, and then October 30th, 2019 is when we're going to be starting our actual live show. So please tell your friends about it and join us. But with all of that said, I'll start down here with you, brother. Please go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm Dusty Brown. When I'm not doing this, I'm trying to make it as an actor and bag boy. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to this.
I am Sam. I work in a cold, dark room watching other people's poor life choices.
Best description
I like
Are
the
they
job.
hiring?
Let's go bad job descriptions. Bad
job description.
Let's go poorly describe your job. Mesa.
I can't.
That
It's
was-
already poor enough. I'm just kidding. No, my name is Mason. I manage a restaurant. That's about as good as it gets.
My name is Steven, and I get paid too much money to do what I do. That's it. I mow lawns for because I'm bored and I want to work outside.
And I'm Tamara. I'm a nurse. I save lives occasionally.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You're gonna save some fucking lives up in here,
We
boy.
should
I save
be.
people from homeowners
And so-
associations.
Hey.
Those are the real.
That is very
criminals.
important.
That's right.
And so that's everyone
You're
worth
doing
mentioning.
God's
I guess we
work.
can go ahead and play Dungeons and Dragons.
Here. We're not playing Dungeons and Dragons, Ty.
What are we doing?
We're never playing Dungeons and Dragons in here, dude.
Oh, yeah?
Right? Never.
Oh snap! We just went
Get
through all
on to
this.
some live action role play. Nah, you can cut it in the middle.
Okay.
Once we sync the sound and stuff, you can chop all this out.
We're not gonna.
Maybe.
This is all one long supercut.
But I would like to invite. I would like y'all to help me welcome our guest, Anthony Pitalo. Thank you for coming in. I mean, you're gonna be
nice.
I mean, you're probably gonna be here for every session.
I will be. I will be.
So tell us a little bit about what you do on the interwebs.
Well, for money, I'm a table games dealer. So I guess bad job description is like people pay me for what they want, and then they usually don't get it. They prepay, they pay in advance, and they never get what they're asking for. But on the side, as a hobby and as a side hustle, man, we run Castnet Studios, which is this place. It's still kind of work in progress. We're putting it all together. But a lot of different podcasts, a lot of different web content comes out of here. And when I can, I fucking tabletop role play with as many people as possible. And this will probably be the most fun I ever had doing this.
I hope
Dude.
so, man.
Thank you for coming up with this idea, man.
No problem. And you know, if it's total bust tonight, we'll never do it again. We won't speak of it. We'll give you just delete my name out of your phone contacts.
Yeah, right.
Just go
None of this ever gets
Delete.
published. None of this ever makes
The
it to the
phone's on
internet.
the
Like,
unprint screen right now.
dude, what if
Just
we're
wait for
just
you to
watching
turn it
this
off.
like 5-6 years from now? We're just barbecuing or something, and you know, y'all want to go back and watch that one time we played D&D together before Sam started to hate us all?
Yeah, and Steven's like, hold on, I gotta turn the sausages over.
Exactly.
He would be the one.
Sausages are important.
Okay, so if nobody has any arguments, I'm now ready to play Dungeons and Dragons. Now
Fucking
we've
do
done
it,
the
damn it.
intro and everyone's ready. I hope your hearts are like fluttering in your chest like mine is. But before we start, everybody is gonna get Dungeon Master Mercy. So here is your coin for Mercy whenever you need it. The guest doesn't get one.
Oh,
Oh! You're
It is
dying
fun.
first.
well, you know, you like to think that somebody.
Oh,
that's,
nice.
If it's for sure that we're not coming back, the
Yeah.
guests.
Uh,
Sometimes.
We'll see. We'll
I'll
see
be
how it
here
works
though,
out.
just in case.
You might not ever need to use your mercy, but for the foreseeable 5 sessions, that's your only mercy that you get from the DM. Okay.
So explain what mercy is.
So mercy is going to be a situation where it's like it is a known failure. There's not you've done all your rolls and it's the results. We have them lined up, and if something that you didn't want to happen happens, but it's like on you, you can throw out your DM Mercy, and we can either re-roll it or see what fate has for you.
Yeah.
So I get triple advantage for if I want to really get into that boss's pants.
One, but yeah, if you wanna do it like that, you got
His
one.
motives are revealed.
You got
That's
one.
right, that's what it says right here on the sheet. It says it right here.
Right in the
Yeah.
pants.
Says
Pause.
End
In the
end of
pants.
plot. Pants.
On the plot of his pants.
Pulse.
Okay. Well then, here we're gonna start. So. A white wind, a dark force. Two friends of different course. Swords crossed and tempers flash, all at risk of fire and ash. As dusk looms and blood is drawn, a mighty blow strikes down the dawn. Space will fray, wind shall fall, but countless aid shall hear the call. Okay, so our story begins in the city of Sora. It's similar to a higher fantasy setting, Victorian meets Prohibition age world. It's a true melting pot for cultures of other worlds. There's something new here to see every day. The city is a world to itself, connected to many others. Countless worlds are connected to it. The boundaries of this city are the edges of this world, held aloft seemingly in space by science, magic, technology, who knows. The sons of the world keep the majority of the day stuck at dusk or twilight, with brief periods of night. Many advancements in technology and magic have led to the city expanding and erecting dozens of dizzying towers. The main reason people have flocked to this world is usually tied to its connection to other worlds. A group of guards dressed in combative pursuit are losing a shady target. We can't let him get away! He's maybe the suspect that crash landed here about a week ago into the 3rd District. Running down the streets of Sora, we see an adventurer. Dusty, would you like to introduce your character?
Sure, yeah.
What do they look like? What do they see running?
I almost forgot my background for a second. So my guy is an artificer with heavy pirate tones for his background. His name is Kai, and apparently he's on the run right now. Yeah, he's got this seaweed-esque colored dreadlock hair, full beard. Kind of, he's thin because he's, half water genasi, half sea elf, which is a Janelle. And so he's lean, but he's a little bit taller than normal. Totally decked out in pirate gear, minus the pirate hat. Got an overcoat, boots, sash, bandana, little necklaces here and there. Got a bracer on this hand.
And currently sweating.
Currently sweating, yes.
So as you're running, you're going through the streets and you see there's about 5 of them behind you, but you've made a lot of progress in getting away from them. There's an alley you could turn into if you wanted to stealth away from them. Is that something you would like to try?
Hell yeah.
All right. First roll goes to you. Please roll a d20 stealth check.
Okay, let's do this. Wow. Okay, I'm proficient in it, so I add the proficiency bonus, right?
Yep.
Okay, then that would be 11.
Okay. So, as you're running down this road, you see the alleyway coming up ahead, and you're running and you bump into somebody, and just as you bump into them, you kind of turn off into the alleyway, and you find a couple boxes to get behind, and you get behind them, and you crouch down low, and you're listening. Make a perception check.
Okay. That's much better. 22.
You hear footsteps running. They're getting closer and closer, and you look around too, and you see them. 1, he goes past the alleyway. 2, and then 3, 4, and 5, seemingly unaware that you ducked off in here.
Cool.
Right. So you take a second, you look at them, you turn, see what's down the alleyway. You see a wooden room enveloping you. There's wooden panels all around you, there's lamps, there's a door at the far end. And it doesn't make sense because you thought this was an alleyway. When you turn back to your left, there's just a wall. Next, in another part of the city, strolling through the streets with a map in hand, you're trying to navigate your way through. It's going to be up to you, Stephen.
Oh, crap.
Where are you going?
I guess I'm gonna go to a place that has information, which would probably be like a tavern, something
Yeah.
learn about this new city, this new place.
Well, how about this? You make a, what do you think? Try and navigate through the city, maybe a survival check or maybe perception. You have a map, so you would have advantage.
Go for perception. See if I see anything around signs in the streets pointing me in the right direction. Okay. Natural 20.
Natural
Whoa.
20. That's awesome.
Nice.
So what
We
location
win. We just
specifically
won.
are you
I
trying
think this game's over.
What were you trying to find?
A tavern someplace that is public yet discreet. Nobody really bothers too many people there.
Okay.
Somewhere where I could kind of gather my thoughts.
So you find on the map, it flashes white for a second, the map goes in your hand, and then the wind carries it away. Yeah, so you're running to catch up with it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like, okay.
So you're going after your map, and as you do, it flies into the middle of these bushes. So as you go to retrieve it, you reach in, and of course the wind being how it can be, as soon as you're close enough to grab it, it goes further into the bush. So you lean further in. By the time you get your hand around the map, you stumble through the bush. You're enveloped in a wooden paneled room. There's lamps and lanterns on the walls and a door. There's no more bush the way you came.
Poor bastard.
Bush tree is always good.
In another part of the city,
It's not as
There's-
bad without it, you know.
in another part of the city, there's a lake that's reflecting nearby newly constructed structures, buildings, where a tired and weary woman strolls up and sits down. Would you like to introduce Babel?
Babel is a mana spawn, which is new to this setting. They're basically sentient beings made of magic. So she doesn't have much of a face, glows sort of silver, though that can change. She's currently dressed in what would be considered an out-of-date sort of suit, not quite fitting well, a bit of a tie bag, and patches and elbows.
Right. So Babel, she spent the last week roaming around the city, and she sits down. She's only been there actually a few days. She's kind of tired. She hasn't found a place to stay. She sits down on the bench to take a moment to breathe. Roll a Constitution saving throw.
Shit.
10.
Your eyes, they kind of droop for a second, and you try and keep them open, and you notice you're starting to fall asleep, but it feels good. You lay down on the bench, and you go to sleep. A few moments later, you wake up in a wooden paneled room with lanterns and lights and a door.
It's inevitable.
I wonder where this is going.
This is destiny fulfilled.
Let's see. In a different part of the city, of course, there's a woman who looks very bored. She's entering a new device that she's never seen before. It seems to be some sort of lift that if you stand at the bottom of it and pull a lever, it'll start to hoist you upwards. So she's entered this part. She's been waiting for the lift for a moment, and it stops. A couple people go to enter the lift as the doors open, and they're surprised at what they see. What do they see, Mason?
So, I'm playing an Ava, which Ty has so graciously created for this setting, which is a half angel, half vampire, which is intriguing enough. But they see this woman standing in what looks Victorian age type wear, very, she looks very elegant. She's got very sharp features, very narrow jawline, kind of a small nose, one blue eye that they can see, and her hair is kind of a mess and kind of shags off from the left side of her head to the right. It's amber colored hair, but they can see half a mask that looks covered up half of the right side of her face, and a small halo above her head.
That's a man and a woman who are standing outside the platform, and they're paused and they're mesmerized for a moment. And the door shuts and the platform continues without them getting on it.
Just kind of shake the head, let out an audible.
A moment passes, the lift comes to a halt, and the door is open. You step out. It's a wooden paneled room. You look back, there's no lift behind you. There's just a door ahead.
I'm sensing a theme here. Can't quite put my finger on it.
I think it's wood.
It's more of an iron kind of guy, but
You would.
In a
I
different
got your work
part,
cut out for you, bro.
yeah, no idea.
in a different part of the city, maybe, there's a woman. It's been a while since you've ate, or since she has ate. She's standing outside of a bakery. She's smelling all the good, the fresh cooked bread coming from the inside. She's looking through the window, and she sees a reflection for a moment. It moves without her doing anything. What do they see?
They would see Beatrix. I play a character named Beatrix. She is also an Ava, as Mason described. She is tan. She's got brown hair. It's in cornrows. Currently, she is donned in all black. Her armor is a black metallic. She has this iridescent glow to her. Her hair glows. She has tattoos on her that are also glowing and iridescent. And apparently she's hungry.
Yeah. What do you think she would like to eat, Beatrix?
Probably a cup full of blood,
Okay. So
Maybe a meat
which
pie
I
for
wouldn't
sweet
find in a bakery unless I found a person in a
Yeah.
bakery.
I imagine, though, you'd still appreciate the nice smell that comes from
Oh,
within.
I'm just scooting over, man, just trying to feel safe.
But for a moment, your reflection seems to be beckoning you to come inside.
So I go in. I mean, she'll take a cake.
A blood case.
As you step through the doors, and go to shut the door behind you, it's an empty wood panel room that doesn't match the bakery that you saw through the window.
Son of a bitch. This wood is not going to cure my starvation. Well, it depends.
So, you're in an empty wood paneled room with one door. What would you like to do?
With one door.
Mm-hmm.
Go through
This is
the
a
door.
question for each of you.
Go through the door.
Okay.
I'm gonna wait.
Okay.
Very cautious.
Guy's gonna do a
I'm starving.
investigation check on that door for traps and then walk through if it's going clear.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
That's a good roll, dude.
Shut up. That's a 9, sir.
Sure.
Yeah. Seems good.
Yeah.
Okay. What
And
about the two of you?
Do I immediately see any writing on the animals?
You can make a perception check to just, or an investigation check if you're gonna actually go up to the walls.
No, I just think I could. 16. Just perception.
Right. No, but you do notice a little bit extra detail here. The wood does seem to be like nice, like very fine grade, very new, fresh maybe. But yeah, nothing more than that. What about you?
I walk up to the door and I knock.
Oh. Exotic.
You wait for a moment. After the knock, no reply returns.
Being very cautious, I'll stick an ear to the door and see if I can hear anything going on beyond it.
Please make a perception check.
Yes. If the DM so pleases. Perception check. Ooh, that's good. That's not good.
Who's gonna get the first natural one?
8. It's kind of like something about the acoustics in the room you're in.
Sure.
It's very quiet. Well,
But there's only the one door and nothing else.
correct. Does everyone choose to enter through the door, their respective doors?
I would like to cast Detect Magic.
Oh, please do. So, would you? That's magic within 60 feet, right?
30 feet for up to 10 minutes.
So,
They could penetrate most barriers, but it's blocked by 1 foot.
right.
In this case, wood, 30 feet.
Okay.
So hopefully that door's not more than 3 feet.
Well, actually, as you do detect magic, you being a mana spawn, there's a special connection you have with the ambient magic of areas. You notice, as soon as you flare up your detect magic, this whole place is just radiating it. There's something very, maybe enchanted about this place. And it also tells you the school of magic?
Yes.
Can I hold the card?
Sure. Yeah, it's the last line in first paragraph.
It seems like it might be a specific barrier that's enchanting this place, and that 30 feet magic. Oh, it doesn't tell you the school of magic, does it?
Yeah,
Like,
it says
the
the
school of
word
magic,
school
but it
of
doesn't say the different schools of magic on here. If I was a better DM, I'd know the school of magic. It's some enchantment base. It seems like a barrier. Like it lets in people that it lets in some people and doesn't let in others. So-
No idea what that'll be because I'm a terrible player and don't know the school.
I think it's abjuration.
It's
Yeah.
probably
That's
definitely
a big word.
That's a fun spot to be though, right? Like level 1 where you can excuse that shit. That's why once I hit about level 3, whenever I'm playing with buddies, I just quit. I'm like level 3, level 4, I'm supposed to know stuff by now. I'm supposed to have been following all this. I'm trying to have a good time.
Yeah, that's
Y'all,
that's what it's
I'm
about.
gonna roll up another one. Character.
There's some bad kids.
So I guess don't do school. Kind of learning that intel that it isn't anything.
You don't
like
feel
an
like it's
evil type.
malicious.
Yeah, like it's not like a destruction magic spell waiting in the area.
Doesn't feel
I'll,
sinister?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess I'll kind of put the ear to the door, and if everything seems kosher after like half a minute or a minute, I'll go through.
So after a moment, it seems still quiet out there.
I kick it open. No, I just open it up.
All right. So everyone unanimously has chose to open
Yes.
the door.
Oh, cool. Now
I mean, I
smile,
came looking
kinda-
for food and I found wood, so.
So the 5 of these adventurers simultaneously open the door, and it leads out into a larger chamber, very similar in decoration, except at the across from each of you is another adventurer entering this chamber. The doors are opening, and stepping through seem to be 5 adventurers. You see each of you.
Blimey.
Seeing
Put my
her,
hand under my sash and just leave it there.
seeing her, whatever's in my hands, I just fumble and just drop them. And I'm trying to scramble to pick everything up.
You drop what, man?
Anything in my hands, I just drop it.
So maybe you would have been holding your sketchbook, just
Yeah,
maybe
sketchbook, that map,
Okay, yeah.
maybe another book as well.
Okay.
Just whatever.
So onto the ground. Oh, and you go to pick them up,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
Did I hear her?
Did you hear her?
I said blimey.
You did.
Oh, thank God, you speak common.
Yes. But I don't exactly know where I am.
Here.
Here.
Mhm.
I guess I like here. It's a lot better than where I came from.
Same, so. Actually can talk to each other, which is so much better than it has been for the past week, so nothing else really matters.
I'm Beatrix.
Babel.
Nice to meet you.
Well, if the lasses are done with their introductions, I'm gonna try to find a way out of here, and I'll pull out my gun.
I tried. I go back into the room that I just came out.
I just start walking towards. Didn't you say there was a corridor?
Well, yes, but you can see at the very far end, you didn't notice it at first, cussing up a storm, seemed frustrated about something. Hey, Dave, would you like to introduce?
Where am I? Where am I right now?
You're currently,
You already
facing
went
this
through
door, and you're on these steps, and on the other side you can faintly hear some music.
Okay. Alright.
You feel like this is your place, that it's somewhere you want to be.
Sure. Perfect. So I'm tugging on this door. I got the, I'm pulling on it. Just fucking it's like it's a pull start, like it's a fucking go-kart. Come on, man. Just open. Fucking come in here because of the wood grain and the lanterns and all this wood.
wood, it gets
I just
together.
trying to fucking, so I'm just beating on the door, and I'm just, in the meantime, I'm like trying to whisper just the memories of all these conversations that I've had, trying to inspire somebody on the other side, and I'm singing songs, and I'm fucking humming lyrics, and this fucking door won't open, so...
I casually walk over to the other side of this powder door.
As you walk up, you see that substantially shorter than you, maybe not even 4 feet.
Yeah.
Dressed up for an occasion, like looking to
This
have
is
some
an
fun.
occasion. First episode, baby. This is awesome, man. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Oh no, you're fine. It's your character. Like, so yeah, dressed up for the occasion. That's you see a gnome.
Yeah, so I gotta open up like, oh.
You notice though that his skin complexion is very similar to yours. Very that sea weathered look.
Oh, that's interesting. And I just take a step back.
Oh, it's a little wee lad.
So I look back at, do I notice them? Do I
Yeah.
hear them
Yes, you
coming
do.
up behind me?
You do.
Okay. I just want to know if I'm focused too much on the door, if I'm so focused on my task. So I'm just like, hey, big bro, nice to see somebody else in here. Clearly looks like somebody that would be interested in opening this door. I'll tell you about it when we get through, but now's the time. Come on, help me out, if you don't mind. Would you please?
So I'll walk up to the door and I'll just try to open it the same way he did, just to kind of get a feel for it.
Okay. You turn the door handle.
There's obviously someone here. Ty,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Can I cut you one
Yeah,
second?
please.
Okay.
The suspense builds.
Oh my gosh.
Whenever we introduced your character on the street, fumbling with a map that blew into the bushes, what did he look like?
I am a man respond as well, and I'm more covered up, wearing long gray robes, hood up, whole nine. Just trying to. I kind of have that look of I'm not trying to be. I'm just trying to blend in. I don't want to stick out as much as a glowing form of magical being can. Just very simple. I don't have any weapons or crazy armor visible. Just a little messenger bag at my side. And
In my head, I'm thinking like Dr. Manhattan, but like in overalls and just like jeans. He's just walking around with a grocery bag with like baguettes sticking up out the top of it. And he's just walking down the street.
Gotta blend
There it
in.
is.
You gotta blend in.
That is definitely Zoran then.
Currently a very kind of a basic white glow right now.
Okay.
Vanilla.
Like a nice shade of vanilla ice cream.
There you go.
So back to this goddamn door. So, frustrated, Puff has been working at this door, and Kai, you had just turned the doorknob. You felt it turn, and you could audibly hear like it click. Do you want to open the door?
He's right next to me, right?
He's
on
I
the
guess you're kind of like reaching
others.
over him, and he's like, he might have stepped to the side.
No, that's cool. If I'm reaching over him, I'm going to open the door and then just kind of nudge his ass. Since he's so low to the ground, I'm just going to kind of nudge him in as I open the door. So if anything happens,
Which is
Can I say-
really scary because he has a gun pointed at you.
Can I say-
I do
You
not
said
have
you
my
pulled out
gun.
your-
I
Oh, you
have
put it back. Okay.
Can I say that
I have it
he
down to
tries?
the side.
Can I say? And I don't know if this is
You're
true or
so
not because he said he
scary.
did it already. But, can I say that
You could definitely do.
he
You could-
tried to nudge me forward, and I noticed it, but I was already stepping forward because I'm like a mega curious type fella. So I'm like, no, it's cool, bro. I got it. I just like continue to move
I
forward.
just stepped down awkwardly and followed him.
I see, like, thanks for the, for the boost. I appreciate the vote of confidence, but I was headed in there anyway. No
Well,
worries.
Just
Thank you.
struggling with the knob.
Right, I couldn't reach.
It depends on how much of a nudge you really wanted to give this dude.
Yeah.
It wasn't going to be like kick into the barrel. It was just kind of like a little, if a bullet goes through or something happens, it's just kind of
As soon as you swing open the door and you step through, you're immediately greeted with like these sounds of like this tavern. Like there's music coming in that sounds great. It's this large grand hall. Above you, maybe like 50 to 70 feet up, is the roof with rafters that go around in interesting design patterns. It's all wood paneled, windowless all the way around.
It's all wood panel. I look around and I'm like, how about this fucking wood paneling, baby?
Yeah, but-
this is the reason I came in here in the first place. This
You-
place looks interesting.
You would definitely have to yell because there's like hundreds of people crowding around multiple stages. There's bars, there's a fountain, there's people jumping in the fountain for fun. There's there's musicians that along the walls are decorated with these otherworldly landscapes and backgrounds that are just all over the place. It is a poppin', bustling place, and the energy in here is alive. What would you like to do?
I look for the closest barmaid and then take 2 drinks, hand one to short round there.
It looks like a situation where you might have to go and get in line. Like there's
Oh,
a
it's one of
couple,
those?
yeah, but there's a couple different bars, and you see the one that with the largest lines over to your left. Well, there's one with a very short one with a dude who's really tall. He's got these horns and like this really big like masculine build to him. No shirt, just fucking pouring drinks, getting everyone taken care of. He looks like
I go to
he
the
could-
shirtless demon guy to get our drinks.
Hey, how's it going, man?
Not too bad. Just need a couple of drinks.
A couple of drinks. Are you all together?
Apparently.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That happens. So that happens frequently here. What would you like?
2 spiced rums.
2 spiced rums. Okay. Nothing for you?
No.
Okay. No water?
No.
Need something to eat? All right. What about the 2 lovely ladies with a little bit of glow to you?
This world is quite new to me. It's exciting. I don't surprise me.
Okay. Story Maker's whiskey. Would it the same for you?
Storymakers.
Pitalo. Sounds fantastic.
How about you?
Sure.
My buddy already ordered for me.
Are you
and-
supposed to be here?
Hello. I think to myself, this guy has asked one too many questions already, and
What will you have? What will you have to drink?
My friend's already ordered my rum, and I'll have a rum for now.
Okay.
I'm not with them. I went to the most loneliest corner I could to
Are
figure
you-
out what the hell is happening
Are you
here.
keeping an eye on this group?
Yeah, the group that I all of a sudden stumbled in here with, as well as just like generally, like what if there is the quietest corner I can with the least amount of people, I'm just there and I'm like,
Okay. So
Not-
the one
not
who's
like
staring
this.
at y'all, does he want to drink too?
I don't right now.
He's already got all the drinks ready. He's starting to pass them out to everyone.
So then I just kindly like lean over to him. I'm like,
He's on the other side of the room.
I walk it. We're not that.
lean.
Do
I
you
just like jump. I
Do
lean.
you walk up to him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you know about this place either? Just tell.
Water boy.
You don't have a face. You can't talk. Never mind.
See.
So I look up at my new friend here that helped me with the door, and I say, "Hey, thanks, buddy. You got an interesting accent there, but I noticed, and correct me if I'm wrong, but we kind of got. I mean, I know I'm a gnome, and you're clearly a little bit different. You don't look like a gnome or an elf, which my mom was an elf. She was a sea elf, and." Anyway, I've been traveling around here collecting stories and.
Kai's already downed his shot and
Nice.
he's already requested a second one.
Nice. Yeah, me too, please. Yeah, that's a great idea. Anyway, so I was saying.
Keep them fucking coming.
Yeah, bring the bottle. So, you, I don't know, nobody I've ever seen has that same kind of tone like I do, that same kind of complexion, and you can't do this on purpose. You know, this is a gift that we got that people like this have. I mean, I ain't for dudes or nothing, but
Are we still in character? Or
Absolutely.
I just want to make
And
sure.
I'm just nervously sipping my drink.
anyway,
after-
what I mean is
Yeah,
I
Kai's
don't want
been
you to.
stone cold just listening this whole time,
That's
sipping
my
drink.
kind of guy. Again, I don't want you. I ain't trying to come on to you again for the ladies, but you seem like a fucking. You look like you got some stories about you. You look like you got that kind of fucking. I feel like we connect a little bit, so we need to talk because I have been collecting stories. That's my work. That's what I do. I go around and meet people and talk to them and just kind of absorb their perspective.
You want to meet me? Let's fucking meet each other.
I hop up on the table. I hop up on the table and I'm like,
Look a
well,
little short stuff.
gnomes arm wrestle a little differently. It's a full body thing, and it's usually well known that this place is crazy. So, in the forest that I come from on the coast, they say that gnomes and halflings are full body arm wrestlers. So it's all of me against that arm
I
wrestler.
tell you what, little one, you can wrestle me whole fucking body for all I care. Put down what you're gonna do. You win, you buy me drinks.
If I win, I buy you drinks. That sounds like a deal.
But if I lose, you still buy me a drink.
I'm fine with that. I'm good with that. What I'm saying,
He's not a bet man.
All right, so arms are on the table.
yeah, I don't understand bets. I don't understand how bets work. So I'm just
Kai
like
picked up on that real quick.
So,
looking around. I'm like,
So as
You
this
got
happens,
it,
as
pal.
this happens, I nudge her and I said, "You got 1 gold piece on the big one."
Big one. I feel like I've seen these people in my day or in my time,
Do it
but
like that. I just realized my gauntlet's on my right hand. It's got to be
Sure, you big. I'll go for the little one.
What's the deal?
What's the deal?
okay.
Pull
You
out my
said- I'm
sketchbook
I'm
and
sorry,
just
you
about to
said
start
1
drawing
gold.
this crazy
1 gold
thing
piece,
that's
yes.
about to-
Is that this?
Are you holding a gold piece?
She doesn't know.
No, that's a cup.
That'll do.
Okay.
Oh, that's a platinum.
all right,
Did you
all
hold
right,
out
all
a
right.
gold piece?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, you said you were gonna do something with your sketchbook?
Yeah, I just see this and I'm just like,
And as I do that, like, because of the awkward conversation, I'm just kind of like, I take my little drink and I'm slowly inching away from this guy. Like,
Okay.
he didn't speak to me, and it really kind of.
So the two of you asked for story maker's whiskey, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I took whatever the house. had.
This gives the drinker the ability to tell an amazing story. If you drink this, anyone within earshot must make a wisdom saving throw if they would normally not choose to listen to you. DC 15. On a failed saving throw, your story is interesting enough to listen to until the end, and you will command their attention until the story is completed. or until 10 minutes pass. Also, an ally who hears this story has advantage on their next saving throws. So my question to you, would you like to extend this benefit to the two people arm wrestling?
Do you explain?
So,
extend the benefit of
the
like.
advantage on their next saving throw, because I don't know if you consider them your ally or not, but you're welcome to do so if you're betting on them.
He bet on the big guy, so and I bet on the little guy, so might as well. Just not really playing, right?
All right.
Sweet.
And what about you? Would you like to extend that benefit, or would you keep it to yourself?
Right. Awesome. +4. Sweet, because I am the
Okay.
hero, bro.
All right.
Question real quick.
Nice answers.
I'm proficient in my wisdom.
Mhm.
Does that also pass to him, or no? He just gets my +4.
No.
Does
So,
the proficiency pass to him also?
so here's what's going to happen. Because he might have overheard that you were about to bet on him, that has inspired him through the Storymaker's Whiskey to roll with advantage
Sweet.
on his strength check. You're going to make a
It's a
strength
strength check. Great.
It
Wonderful.
might be a series of strength checks, so
That's
be ready
that's
for
wonderful.
it.
Also.
Okay, so you choose when you want to use your advantage.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Are you going to roll with advantage on the initial? You got your arms out. You're locked. You ready to start?
He's about to melt my hand. I'm just waiting for you to get a
Before we're in
natural
any
20.
situation, I look around the bar and I feel like there aren't enough people watching, so I'm like, "Hey, everybody, come get a load of this!" And I do that in a manner at which I try to make the party look around and pull me out of this kind of almost initiative situation where I can't do whatever I want. So I'm trying to distract everyone into looking around to see if they're being looked at. You know, when someone starts white knighting next to you, you're like, whatever you're talking about, bro, right? You know what I mean? And then you start looking at her instead of looking at me and engaging, you know?
Oh.
So I'm trying to, I want them to look around and see if they're being white knighted or if I'm being white knighted at the bar like somebody.
And I'm gonna look over to her and just, is this normal?
And I'm only worried about,
I don't know.
just so you know.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I haven't taken my eyes off him this entire fucking time.
All right. Roll a persuasion check on the crowd.
Oh, that's so bad. 10.
You can. I mean, you could. If this is important to you, you have your advantage that you can burn right now.
I want these advantage right
and
now.
I'm proficient.
15.
15. What? And the actually the tiefling Goliath looking guy, he's got this gray skin, horns up. It's like, and he's got big guns too. He's like, he puts the cups down. Hey, get a look at this. Get a load of this. Y'all don't want to miss this. Hey, come over here. And he's helping you out. Don't worry, dude. I got you. We're gonna make a big deal of this. We're gonna do it. All right. So, you know.
I did it to distract him. That's all I need
Okay.
to do.
So, make a.
It's fine.
He tried to distract you. So make a.
Perception?
It would be a charisma saving throw, I think.
You already know where that's going.
17.
Oh! Unfortunately, he saw what you're doing. You might even think it's a little cheeky, but you appreciate the game.
All right.
I speak over the crowd that's kind of, you're well on your way to earning me respect, Boyle. And I just keep my hand right there.
All right,
All right.
best go.
Strength, right?
Yep.
Oh my gosh! Dude, all right, that's it. You already know from the reaction. I wish we had she was taking a picture of it.
Do it.
It's the single digit.
Oh.
Oh,
It's
shit.
It's a what?
It's a singular verb. Like,
it's
you can't
the one.
describe it.
It's depressing.
1.
Oh.
Yikes.
So I'm ready. I'm ready.
Okay,
I
so
grab a
you
hold of
did
his hand.
17,
I grab a hold of his
17,
hand and I
and a
push as hard as I can.
Dude, how do you want to do this?
And
Describe
as this
it.
is happening, I'm just like slowly passing her my gold. Like I don't say anything. It's just like
Okay. Can I paint a scene? I took my shirt off. I took my shirt off when I got up there, and she saw like this little patch of gray, nothing right here. She's like, "He's so old. What about that on?" And then she realized
So
she
since
sees
his
the
shirt's
lack of
off?
mass.
since he's like grappling my arm, I'm just gonna grab that patch of hair,
Oh my god.
lift him up by it, and then just shake drop him onto the table.
Does he
But before I shake drop him, I'm gonna grab the 10 coins we agreed on, stuff them in my pocket, and then drop them.
No.
And then like,
I was gonna say
where
no
am I?
damage.
Where am I in like
Right.
retrospect to him? Because I was technically inching away from.
I would say that by this point that you had made a position in this small gathering actually
Since
that
I
is
bet.
approached to see what was going on.
Can I attempt to like catch him so he doesn't fall?
Yeah, make it.
Just waiting, you gotta roll first, but I'm waiting. I'm like
Yeah.
falling right now.
Strength check disadvantage because that was a natural 1 on a 17. So it's not anything of you. It's just how fast can you get under there.
Oh,
Natural.
Oh my
1.
god. Alright, so I'm falling.
So she tries to get underneath you, and so
I
she.
tried last time.
I
Yeah.
see your hands. I
Sorry.
see your hands. I'm like, oh fuck.
You're so tiny, you slip through.
You knock
my
over
hands.
somebody's drink that's beside you.
Sorry.
I'm
sorry.
like that.
Sorry.
And
Sorry.
the person he's got white hair. He's dressed all nice, and he's watching. He's like, "Don't even worry about it. That was amazing. Did you see that? Did you see that? That was wow."
And I'm like,
I'm disappointed
Embarrassed.
that
So embarrassed.
what happened didn't match my drawing. I drew down like, you know, a pirate and full pirate standard get up with a claw hook just hugging a gnome.
Oh my god.
So I just like close my book and then just. We wonder why he doesn't talk to me.
I was expecting like a gnome shaped cutout in the wall.
Yeah.
Everybody just to go, well, that was
Little
Puff.
gnome
That
hole.
was little A Puff. That's he's gone.
so like he's falling, and I'm sorry, and I don't touch him. I don't know.
Okay.
So
I go over and I immediately just kind of put him to his feet, pat him on the back. Not bad there, boy. Not bad at all. And I go back to the big guy to get my last drink.
Well, before you do that, I just be good on whatever you're doing.
And I hold my hand out. Pleasure, Kai. And I kiss her hand and then go get my drink.
And I just kind of look at it. I'm just not used to this world.
Don't feel special. I do it to all the ladies.
I don't feel special, mate. You're kind of smelly and rubbish. If
I am from the sea, man. Yeah.
Oh.
I pat him on the back like Rocketwood Groot, and I say, "You fucking right, he is. Let's go get some more."
Well, more like his lower back. or
Yeah,
ass.
definitely. Like it's most.
It's
like
It's
lower
almost
back.
the relationship zone, but it's still in that friend zone.
that crease.
You know
That
what I'm
crease.
saying.
That white short crease. Yeah.
So up at the counter. Well, I gotta say I saw that coming, but I didn't want to. I was rooting for you, man. But
Thanks.
tell you what, I can tell it's all your first times here. Your first drink was on us. Everything after that is up to you. How much you want to inebriate. So
He's blind.
And
that's right. So
Do you know what that means?
Yes.
yes.
I'll take one more on his time.
You looked confused.
It took me a minute to process, but yes.
As I'm talking to her, I want to. I'm curious. Do I know what she is?
you do. I feel like you would. In a way, though, some traits are not out in the open as yours are.
I'm just kind of giving you like this really strange, like, it's like I'm studying you almost.
Do you need something?
Not necessarily. I can't say I've met another one of them before.
You're a neighbor.
I'm not close enough to where I can hear what's going on.
I'm Beatrix.
You can call me Gentiana.
Gentiana. It's very nice to meet you.
You got it, Candy.
I'm observing, man.
And
I got my dice tray full of
as she introduces herself, she kind of brushes her hair to the side. You kind of see this half mask, and it's like this like pearlescent white. And in the center where the eye hole is, her eye is crimson, like deep red. The other eye is ice blue.
Your eyes are different but beautiful.
Some people don't understand
Understand.
what it's like.
I'm not meaning to push it. Really, if you don't want to explain it, it's really fine. But I am rather curious.
My life has been interesting enough. I've seen and heard plenty of interesting things in the world, and meeting another Ava is just, it's kind of taken me aback.
A foul in a bad way? Good?
Not necessarily, it's just, I am intrigued by you.
Intrigued, yes. Intrigued. What about me intrigues you?
That's a hard question to answer. It's just,
Well, it's okay. You don't have to answer now. You want another drink of Storytelling whiskey? I'll get you some.
that sounds fine. Thank you.
All right. And then I head off to the bar to go get two.
Okay.
And how much are they?
Well, the first one was on the house.
Right.
Doesn't seem like he's keen to give you another of the same kind. He'll give you some whiskey though.
Sure.
Okay.
Whiskey. Whiskey.
What is Babel doing?
She's heading over with him.
Yeah, fuck. Trying to skirt under the radar. Social encounters.
Awkward.
You can't talk to people. Oh.
Then I come back and I hit you.
So Babel walks up to Zoran.
And I say, has everything tasted weird to you?
Okay, this is great. Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't tasted anything.
All right.
No, but just like the whole feel of everything.
That's
Like it's
different.
wrong.
The ball.
I mean, I just want to leave.
Well, I mean, shouldn't we find out where we are first? Because it might be better if we are.
A noisy place. A bar.
I hope so, or else we're going to have a problem with the liquor license people.
So liquor license. looking at the little gnome. Does he have any gills that I can see? Because like mine are on my neck and my chest right here.
Can you see him?
I wear just a real loose top, so if there's anything exposed on me,
Did you take
your
off
shirt
your
off?
shirt?
It's out and about too.
like that, this is only right. That's right. I
So
did.
wherever
You took
gills
it
would be
off.
on a
So
half
where are your
sea elf, half gnome, that's where they are.
That's coming out now? Yeah, alright, for sure.
On his
Yeah,
head.
You
he's
definitely
look-
see them
he's
exactly
looking
where
for
they were on Kevin Costner in Waterworld.
Yeah.
That's where they are. They're right here behind the ear. Just right, just nice.
Well, Kai's been eyeballing Puff, so that's why I was asking.
Perfect.
Okay.
I'm fine with anybody looking at me. I'm that shit. Puff is the least self-conscious. He's the opposite of me. He's the least self-conscious person. He's the least fake. He's just trying to. He's looking at everybody else, man. He just wants to talk. He needs perspective. Tell me something that I haven't thought about already. Fucking thought seeker. That's what he's about.
So while all these conversations are going on amongst you, you notice that the setting for this bar area is starting to, or the tavern itself, it's large, and some of the crowds are starting to migrate. There seems to be somebody setting up a few bar games. There's someone who's tossing barrels as far as they can, and it looks like they're practicing. On another,
I'm real small. I'm leaning right next to my guy, and I'm like, we
on
should
another
fucking try that.
on another side of the tavern, though, you see a group of people who are getting around a table. It looks like 6 people on one side and 6 people on another, and they got these mugs that they're drinking, and you see that they might be doing a contest so you can drink them all the fastest in succession.
And I look over my guy again. I'm like, we should fucking try that.
playing medieval flip cup.
But yeah, so what would y'all like to do?
I'll just say real quick, as he's like, dude, we got to do this. We got to. I'm like, and I finally see the gills in the ears. I'm just like, I keep that little nugget to myself, and then I will let him guide me to whether we go to the drinking game or the dwarf toss.
I can't decide, and I'm also like I'll drop the coin and see what it lands on. So can I roll? Can I ask for inspiration
I have a
to
coin.
decide which one of these things I'm gonna go to? Perfect. I'm like,
we
I
used
pat
to-
my pockets and I don't have a coin anywhere.
I think that maybe Puff looking out over this, he's trying to think of maybe some of the objectives in his mind. Anyone can throw a barrel.
Perfect.
So, why not go drink?
So I'm like, I look up at my new buddy here and I'm like, what's your name anyway, man? Hey, by the way, thanks for helping me open the door. I appreciate it. I don't even know what I was doing wrong, man. Doors aren't really my thing. I just follow, I follow the wind. I
There's
follow.
obviously a vertical challenge there.
Sometimes it's horizontal. You never know. You never know. Challenges, man. The universe never stops testing you, right? So I'm like,
I'll hold my hand up. Your name's Kai.
Guy, A Puff.
Can we get that drink, Puff?
You just call me Puff. It's fine.
Fair enough.
That's my full weird name. It sounds strange to me. So anyway, let's go get a drink.
So the
As
drink.
we're walking over, I'm just like, here, chewing this. Which it is called sweetweed, which is seaweed with pure cane sugar.
I don't wait on him to explain
Yeah.
it to me. I just take it. I just take it.
Kai
I don't wait on him.
didn't explain shit to you.
Okay.
It is super familiar to you.
Okay. Oh man, dude, like that's my thing. That's exactly. You got any more of those?
You got plenty.
So as y'all are passing
Sweet.
around
So
the
I'm just
sweetweed,
chewing. I'm just walking around.
Yeah, I give
chewing
him a few
that.
more pieces.
are y'all walking up to the
Yeah.
to the mug flip table?
Yes.
Okay. So standing there is another person who seems to be emanating this energy from them, faceless, but he wears this like really like gambler-esque top hat, and he's dressed up in a nice adventure suit type setting.
Okay.
He looks like he professionally gambles and may be good at it. But
Alright.
currently, right now, he's officiating this event.
Okay. I want to look around and see who I feel like is the most interesting person at the table, like the most interesting person there. Somebody that I think has a wild ass story to tell. That's who I'm looking for. That's so.
Make a perception check.
10 and. I thought it was in there, but it's not. What's perception?
It's wisdom, so just add your wisdom.
10. I had 0 to 10. And it's 10.
Normally you're good about looking for these things, but right this moment no one's sticking out to you. No one's done anything to really like catch your eye, but maybe here soon.
Okay.
And so, hey, my name's Gamma Love. Nice to meet you.
Hey there. How you doing?
Good.
Where you from?
The Spatha Realm. It's a place.
Sorry about the chewing. My buddy's got some.
Yeah,
This is
you
amazing.
better get that out. But are you here to compete? There's a group of dwarves that are running the table right now that people keep losing to them.
I got a friend that's really strong. He'll compete in anything. We've been friends for years.
Yeah, is he good at drinking?
Yeah. Oh, he do good. Does he drink?
Okay.
Yes.
Now find 4 more people like that, and you got a game.
Okay.
These 6 dwarves, they run in the table right now.
That sounds good. And I tell him like, this is gonna be a cakewalk. Don't worry about it. You got this. And so I'm looking around. I'm trying to find some pals because I'm sorry, out of character. Is this the only person? Is Kyle the only person I've
Officially met.
Except for I
encountered
tried
around
to
outside
catch
of
you
the-
and I
yeah.
dropped you.
Yes. Thank
And I
you
was,
again.
and I was the
For
one that bet
driving.
against you.
Yeah, but I would never know that. I mean, maybe I wouldn't.
Tell you what, Puff, why don't you round up some swabs? I'm gonna sit here and do me drinking, and then I'm gonna pull out my wineskin and cast shake water and run it through my gills so I'm staying hydrated, and I'm just waiting on him.
All right. I'm on board for that. if it pleases the gods, if that's allowed.
Okay.
Okay.
So what are you gonna do?
I'm making rounds, man. I'm walking around, and I'm just introducing myself to people, and I'm going to get everything I can into charm person. So I'm just walking around. I'm walking around charming people, but as soon as I meet someone that I really don't like, if they write off, if I don't feel the right vibe off of them right away, I instantly ask them to do some shit for me like 2 doors down.
You just did
I'm just walking around. I'm like, "How you doing? Nice to meet you."
Half of the bar.
And then he's like,
And I
Balls
just,
standing
no, I just make up. Yeah, man. And Puff casts his bardic magic. He's also a bard. I forgot to explain him to you. He's half gnome and half sea elf, and he's a bard. And so his bardic inspiration and everything comes from banter. If he can get you to laugh, if he can say something silly, if he can that's it. That's it.
Okay.
That's the like so. It doesn't come in the greatest in battle. It doesn't help really because nobody's in a laughable kind of mood. But when we're in the situations, man, where nobody's really scared about shit, laughing always kind of makes everybody feel good. And
Okay.
Shit, so.
So, whenever you came in here, you noticed that there was 4 other people besides Kai that came in who might be suitable candidates. Do you want to choose them to go and ask them if they'd like to?
If I feel good about all those folks, yes. And I also cast Charm Person on every one of them. So my initiative, I cast Charm Person on every person in here, but I do not really give a shit about our relationships.
Okay. So, let's back.
So you don't have to worry too much about me trying to manipulate you or anything.
So let's back up.
He just
two
needs to
steps.
use you for a
Fine.
particular
Okay, so
please.
Charm
Yes.
Person, you can cast it if you would like.
Oh, it's a spell. It's a first level, huh? It's not.
Yeah,
It's not
so,
a cantrip,
but-
is it?
but-
Damn it! I can't
but-
cast it as many times as I want.
Exactly.
I'm
But
so used to playing this 5 bar that I got that gets that one little
Get the
booster,
job
baby.
done.
That's one of my go-tos.
okay. Well, now you gotta be a little creative. How do you think Puff would go up to these 2 mana spawn and ask them if they want to play, or if that's
yeah,
who
they
you're
have
gonna
no
ask?
face.
What are we playing? Is it a drinking game or barrel talk?
It's a drinking game.
That is
Right.
outside,
Yeah.
yes, it is.
I go right out and I'm like, listen guys, I'm buying drinks. There's a game over here that you guys seem to be on the up and up. Y'all look like you might want to drink. You followed us all in here. It seems to be the only thing to do here. And maybe there's a prize. There's definitely a prize. There's 100% a prize.
Do I believe him?
Are you lying?
Am I lying? I'm not sure if there's a prize, so I'm lying, but I might be telling them the truth.
So he's lying, but
Roll a
it
deception
might
check.
be true.
But it might not matter.
Oh,
14.
Roll
Oh,
a
I'm sorry.
insight check.
Also, what does deception come from?
It comes from, so it would,
It's charisma, right?
yeah, so I already added
Okay.
your,
Plus 6.
Right.
yeah.
I fucking believe
What's
you.
that?
Oh, these are my
I'm just
proficiencies.
glad
Yeah,
that-
plus
Yeah,
2.
yeah.
I don't want to say anything. I don't
Gotcha.
want to jinx shit. So never mind.
So you're listening to him. It seems legit, but you have a feeling that you can tell he's got a way of talking about him that he can talk you into anything. But you're looking at that table and you do see that there's a stack of gold that gets a little bigger with every team that loses. So there does appear to be a prize.
Sweet. And
I'll kneel down to his level.
Talk on
Hello,
his level.
ma'am.
Talk on his
I'm
level.
gonna go prone.
You put your hands on your hip and give it space.
How to talk to a short person.
Listen, little mister.
Let's go play your games.
Sweet, we got one, bro. That's what I say to him.
From we're at the bar. I look at her. She's next to her, right? You 2 are next to each other.
Yeah, we've kind of been.
Yeah. I look at those 2, and then I look at those 2, remembering that we all came in together, and just kind of like trying to understand. Like, he is the closest thing to anything I've seen before, in addition to whatever else is in this room. But these 4 individuals I've never seen. she looks like I've seen something similar to her in my past, but outside of that, I'm just like, bloody hell are these kooks?
And then, since I dropped you, I kind of feel like, sure.
We should hang. It's gonna be a good time. Meet my buddy. Meet my friends.
Which I'm like over here with a shot glass.
Oh,
So I'm like, where
I've
it's-
met that
it's
one.
loud
He
in there, right?
Seems
Yeah,
it's crazy. So
extremely
I'm like-
arrogant.
He'll buy you drinks. I'm pointing at him. You met him already,
The
Not
was
hearing him
his
say, "I'll buy you
name.
drinks," I'm like,
right? Yeah, he's a good guy. He's a good guy, man. First impressions ain't everything.
Are you sure? He doesn't look very.
still not hearing you guys from the other side. I'm like,
Look
eh.
around in here, man. You gotta
And
look
she's,
around.
and
Who in here
you
do
know,
you wanna hang out
Beatrix
with?
is a little bit, distant from him because as soon as I saw him in this room, he had a revolver out. So I'm not really feeling.
I put it away.
But we still put it
I
out.
get a little
So-
trigger happy
so
sometimes.
I kind of am a little distant from him, and then I just
Don't.
sense arrogance.
Okay. So
Happy days.
When-
The only one that
Over
I've truly
us.
bonded to is Gentia.
Gentiana.
Gentiana.
It's a hard
G.
It's a hard G. The hardest of
Gentiana.
the hardest of G's.
Puff.
Sir?
There's 2 mana spawn. That the last 2 you got to coax into this
Okay.
this game. How do you go about it?
So I go to this guy who's sitting quietly over here.
And as he walks up to him, I'm like, his face.
I know.
He's
I'm fine.
Maybe I didn't talk because I didn't have a mouth. I'm sensitive, okay?
And or sorry.
Pointing out all my flaws.
He didn't speak.
So I go up and
Scared.
I'm like, hey there.
I told you.
I just look at you with what you could think would be where eyes would be. They just, yes.
So
He speaks.
I,
I'm scared of the ladies, okay?
but I try, yeah, because
But I feel like I can overpower.
I'm a teeny tiny little, very approachable gnome,
What's wrong?
and so I saunter on up, and I'm like, hey, listen, man.
Stay with us.
I know this place is weird and crazy, but you seem to be one of the most powerful people in here, because the lights went out a minute ago when that hard gust of wind blew through here. At least I think they did. I don't know. I can't make up rules. I can't make up happenstance. I'm sorry. guys.
You know what I'm about
sorry.
to ask,
I
right?
can't fucking RPG this for you. I'm
You
sorry.
can say whatever you
No,
want.
no, I cannot.
Yes, you
So
You can say whatever you want.
That's
It's just
fair.
a matter of what happens. Might
yeah, but
it
also
seems
right,
it's
like booze and stuff can mess up an RPG. Everybody, you got to be careful. The DM makes the rules. That's God, and we're just happening. So I'm letting him know that, like, look, man, the lights could go out in here at any time, and I would run to you. You seem to be the most level-headed person in here, and I've already listened. Also, can I reach out to shake your hand? I'm trying to shake your hand. I'm super awkward, so I'm trying as best not to off-put you. And I reach out.
Also without.
And I do this one, and I do that one, and I'm like, it's Puff. It's a Puff, but it's
Like,
Puff.
he's not even like conforming his hand. He's just.
I'm just doing shapes inside the light that is his hand.
So how's Puff receiving his request? Oh, sorry.
And I
How
say
is
to him anyway.
Zaran?
Sorry, I thought you were asking me.
My bad.
Anyway, I say to him, so nice to meet you. I don't even need to know your name, dude. You, to me, are Lebowski. That's how I feel about you. I've kind of painted myself into a corner because I have a group of people, a group of folk that are, like, they all kind of lined
can
up with me
paint?
to play this game. No,
Then how did? Never mind.
no, I write. Do you paint?
No.
Oh,
I draw.
that's interesting.
See? And I show him the picture of him tucking you in an arm wrestle.
Make a performance check for your sketch. See how good it was.
15.
Nice.
When you look, yeah, it's got the cross
Math is
hatching, the
hard.
shading. It's got like really defined bold lines,
Okay.
and like there's some anguish in your face as you're slamming on the floor in this picture.
All right. So there's anguish in my face while I'm looking at it, also, because I'm like, man, dude, you really capture the details. I just feel like, when I was younger, I was such a better looking guy. I was such a, I was a different kind of gnome, man. But I made my own choices, you got to live with them. But that's killer, man. When I start to, I'm digging, I want to, yes!
Dwarfs are getting vicious.
Drinks! I do that, and as soon as he's not looking at me, I point at him. Just in case I don't have any money, because I haven't counted my money in a long time.
The horned tiefling behemoth guy just kind of like, yeah.
Okay? Anyway, I'm like, listen, that's one of them. And we got a thing going. I feel like if I don't have somebody like you around, and I reluctantly, like, I hold up for a second
And shocked.
Nothing happened. You don't disintegrate like you
I pulled
feel
my
like
hand
you
back
are.
right before I saw him gesture towards me, but I'm trying to do it without him noticing me. Like,
All right. So how does
I'm doing everything I can to get a giggle, and I'm like, look, you ever notice how when a mana spawn?
What is this about to go to?
Does that work just now? Did I get the dad?
I think
dad
that
joke?
was not a
Did I
character.
get it?
That was not a
It doesn't
character.
matter. I feel like it was.
I feel like your characters might
Oh, he
roll
does,
roll a
he hasn't
persuasion.
drank anything.
Just roll a general charisma check to see how he might receive you.
Man, need some more of that. 14.
You do feel like he's got this game, but you can tell by what he's wearing on him that he also speaks the language of bard, and you can tell some bards are just smooth talkers. There might be a thing or two that reminds you of someone from your past from him.
So he's still not feeling me.
Okay.
So I cast Mage Hand, which is a cantrip, which I can cast as often as I want to. And I cast Mage Hands on every single candle on the wall, and I make them fucking float up into the shape of a dick. Come on, man. Help me out. You like to draw. I'm no good at this.
You definitely are gonna have to roll to see if you can not laugh at that.
I'm not trying to make a dick. It's just a dick is what it made.
No.
Help! I'm messing this up. I can't draw.
I don't know what you're rolling, but roll with me.
I don't know if I'm rolling either.
Oh my god.
That shit.
Okay.
I was making a dick.
He is trying to make you laugh. He's trying to win you over. I do think.
So I guess maybe charisma?
Yeah.
Would it be charisma?
Doesn't matter because I saw the top of that fucking.
Seven.
You begin to smirk and chuckle a little bit.
Nice. Got him. And I'm like, hey,
I don't drink.
you don't have to drink, man. I just need you on the team. I need support. You're a bard. I can smell bard all over. I can smell bard all over you, bro.
You lost me again.
I know you got it. Right?
Okay.
So I need somebody. I drink.
Started in
Don't.
business.
I'm not gonna be able to press the digitize shit. I'm not gonna be able to bardic inspiration. Nothing. I'm gonna need help. And you got clearly more power than I do, man. Come over here and hang out. That guy is obviously connected to me somehow. Look at him over there. He's still drinking and not even the least bit phased. He's just sitting still at the bar. Look at him.
So, Babel, were you sitting next to him while this conversation was happening?
Well, I thought so, but
I
did
He just like
what else
shoves
to
you
do,
off the
so-
bar stool. He's
She's
like,
so quiet. Now I look over and I'm like, hi. There are two of you.
What do you think Puff's idea would be if you're still set on getting them on your team?
If it's on me
Mhm.
right now, what would Puff do? Damn.
WWDD.
Yeah, right. I need that on all like bracelets, socks.
You're
Somebody's
like
gonna confuse it with some random ass
Nick
police
Fury.
department up north, though. I guarantee it.
WWP.
You're like Nick Fury
West
putting together
Wisconsin
the
Fury.
Avengers deal.
West Willapanaki.
And during this, V just kind of like stepped off to the side, and she just slowly walks.
Smooth.
They be at the pee, bro. I don't know about y'all, but damn, still can't right there. So I'm like, hey, who's your friend? I ask him because
I don't know any of these people. I don't even know you.
I'm Babel.
There it is.
I'm so nervous, man. The pretty girls make me nervous. Listen, Babel, my name is Puff, and I'm assembling a team. A team of drinkers, because this is a social, that's what we call it. And
I
I'm
will be a
com-
symposium.
I call it a, yeah, I can work with that. Symposium's good. Is there a, I thought a symposium was like a where there's going to be a speaker. There's going to be a.
Lots of talking and lots of drinking if it's done well.
Okay.
Was he able to
Not yet.
get me?
Still working on these two.
Oh dang!
I think I got this guy. I'm not sure.
I lost my monies last time.
Yeah, there's no. You're not going to win anything betting on me on this one.
No,
I think there's some there's some
more
restraint
money
going
is
on.
involved in
So,
you.
what I do is I go, you know what? I think you know that you are supposed to be with me and my friends. And I say,
Well, I came in with you, so.
I think that you should look inside yourself and see if you should join the team.
I
And
think
by
that
this
sounds
point,
painful.
I'm sorry, by this point, Puff is so tiny and he's just hammered. Right? Just the one drink
Okay.
with this guy. I mean, this is a small gnome we're talking about.
It's funny because he only remembers one drink.
Right.
Still sipping on that first one. They got a
Three
couple
in
of drinks
front
that
of
are
them,
coming
dropping
out,
stuff on the
like
floor.
just piling up around them. Keep them coming.
And I do my best, like, I do my best, the guy that's drunk at the bar,
Mhm.
but the night's coming to an end, you know, and he ain't really even tried yet. This ain't about boning. This is about, like,
Sealing the deal.
this is about making friends, dude. This is a
Right.
dude at the bar that's drinking by himself that don't even know anybody at first, but is trying. I'm just trying to hook up with
They do that
everybody
like
that I
once in a
can.
while.
And right now, I'm 5 out of 6, right? Or 4 out of 5. I'm not counting you. So Puff's 4 out of 5 right now, so he is feeling really good about himself and he's real confident, but he's got the buzz going and he's just trying to, I'm trying to be very coy and obvious that I'm faking hard to get, if you know what I mean. Like, well, if you want this girl, you're gonna have to work for it, you know what I mean? So I'm like, listen, me and my friends, we probably have this already,
That's
but
good.
I feel like you know that you should be with us. So when you're ready, I'm gonna be over there at the bar with my buddy, and I nudge this guy, and I'm like, let's get it. And I start walking towards the bar, and I just assume that he's right behind me. I'm just like, perfect.
Okay. So
It's like-
after you've walked away, the two of you are left there.
Why didn't he ask me to join them?
Why did he ask me?
I feel like I just got myself into this. Has he asked you yet?
More or less.
Okay.
Which
I
guy
walk
has-
straight to Kai, and I say, don't worry about this, bro. We got a team put together. And I put my hand up, and I swing without even waiting for him to put his hand up.
Which it's funny you say that because I have not taken my eyes off these two because they're weirding me out. So like I don't know. I don't see the high five coming. Oh, I love low five. Yeah, the low five. Someone pats me on my ass. I'm like, it's him. Yes, a great game. Indeed.
Good shower, see the game.
So where's this team you speak of, Boyle?
Oh, there's a game going on. I signed us up, and her, and him, and I point respectively around the room.
Okay, so Gamma Love has kind of like some paper and some parchment, and he's writing down. All right, so what are the names?
I said Kai.
Okay.
And I'm like, this very pretty. I'm not even sure what she is. You see her, and I point over at Babel, and I.
Babel,
like,
you said?
I'm not sure. No, I just point at her because I didn't get her name.
Babel.
I was just talking to her.
Okay.
I'm talking at her. I was trying to be again. I'm like, just her over there.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, and I point at her, and I'm like, see the girl over there? You see, right? And I'm just
The one with the head up.
descriptor.
What's her name?
I'm like, what's right there? I don't know.
Miss,
No
what's your
idea.
name?
Me?
Yes, you. And
Uh,
you see the Manaspawn Gambler looking your way.
Beatrix. God, it's another person without a face.
Gamma Love, nice to meet you. Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's just. How do you speak?
Voice comes out from me. That's a good question. I'm not sure, actually.
I'm sorry.
Who else on? It's okay. I'm gonna look past it. I'm gonna. Who else on your team?
I point over at the Ava here.
Or the
Manaspawn.
Manaspawn, that's what I meant. I point over at the Manaspawn.
and his name?
Nope.
No. You didn't tell me your name. All right,
Did not.
same answer then. Same answer. I'm like,
None of you know my name.
I just lied to you. I give you a different name. I say, his name's Francis.
Francis.
Almost went with it, Francis. You were good. You're good at this.
And I just kind of like lean to the,
I swear that was
you
a
know, the
genuine.
bartender.
Did you
I'm
really?
just like,
That was it.
I
That was a
don't-
real one.
I don't think he's all like
Which one?
Wow.
Which one?
the little guy. He
It just seems energetic to me.
he's very energetic, but I told him my name and he's already forgot. Maybe he's already inebriated.
Okay.
But I am on his team.
Okay.
Apparently.
That's fine. I'm sure y'all will do fine.
people are all-
And he looks over and he walks over. I'm just taking down your name for the game. What's your name?
He gave you Francis.
Oh yeah, that's right. My bad. Yeah.
Keep it going.
Last person. Last person on your team. Last
Well,
two.
We haven't even spoke yet.
Right.
So I'm
Okay,
like,
look.
that's what I.
We'll come back when you got 'em.
I like. That happened, I guess.
Did you go up and talk to him?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely.
you gotta talk
we
to him.
spoke.
So he's talked to actually everybody.
Okay. Well, so the Manaspawn Gambler, he quiets down the music a little bit. All right, we're about to have competition. The Deadly Dwarven versus sorry, what was your team name?
We're called the Puffers. Just it's Puffers. You can put P period Puffers.
Okay, P Puffers, Puffers. All right. Do all of you approach the table?
Yeah,
So-
I'll approach the table.
Okay, approaching the table. At the table.
I'm
Well, I'm already at the table. Sorry.
Reluctantly.
I'm just kind of like slowly kind of trickling in. I'm still not.
There seems to
quite
be a
sure
group of
about the
people
situation.
looking in your direction, wondering if you're coming up.
I just look at you.
He never asked me. He asked everybody else.
I gave you my invitation.
Okay.
Right?
I rushed up to the table.
Okay.
He doesn't ask me.
I look at her and I see Babel walking up and I'm like, knew it.
I'm going to very, very reluctantly and very, very slowly walk up, but not to the table. I'm like not gonna line up on the table. I'm like standing back.
And
like
I
a
just kind of
step.
like.
I'm just sitting there just staring and just.
Okay, what does Beatrix do?
I kind of like slowly lean down to Puff and I'm like, what is this exactly?
We are going to drink, but more importantly, we are going to meet all these people. I'm here to find out some things. There's some knowledge that I need out of this place, and there's nothing like a drinking game to break the ice. And there's 6 of us. We're friends now. There's nothing you can do about it. And there are a lot of other people involved in this competition, dude.
Yeah, there is. And as you look around, you see the dwarves on the other side seem very menacing. The mana spawn, he gets out like a little sheet of paper, like, all right, this is how the game is played, and that's where we'll take a break.
It's very odd rules.
That's what we'll take a break.
All right, so we're gonna take a 5-minute break, stretch the legs.
Smoke them if you got them.
Smoke them if you got them.
I'll go buy the whiskey.
Yes. Cool.
We
We'll
need
be
a
back
smoke
with you in a
machine,
second.
by the way, because that's awesome.
Yeah, we do.
Exists.
You haven't heard her
Are
story
y'all gonna
yet.
fucking
She's
drink
gonna
or
steal
what?
the fucking time.
There's a bunch of angry dwarves around the other side of this table. The lead one seems to be championing his crew.
Do we have drinks in front of us?
There are drinks currently being poured out in these tankers that are coming out, and they're placing it right on the edge of the table in front of you. And he says that.
Does the dwarf do that? Does he like start like hot on that or some shit?
Yeah.
I pick it up and down.
Well, we haven't fucking started.
As I walk up,
That's Jesus. Give her another. You don't know how to play the game?
No.
as I walk up, I'm gonna
Easy money,
I wanna
boys.
cast
And-
prestidigitation
Okay.
on his drink and 2 other random dwarves. His specifically because he's being a rude dick.
Are you trying to be sly about it? Because when you do cast magic,
Yeah.
does it have a somatic?
Yes, it is.
So
I'm trying to be
behind
like,
your back or
as
something.
I'm walking up like through the crowd, I guess, because I'm the last one up to the table.
Mhm.
Me not wanting to do this at all, and me think he is being rude and needs to be taught a little bit of manners. I'm trying to make his drink smell like and taste like the most foul thing he's ever smelled.
Make I would say,
Are you drinking shit?
you would need to make a stealth check to cast this in a manner that he won't notice.
Can't say I have either.
15, not bad.
Well, let's see.
Yeah.
Terrible. Good roll.
Oh,
He's by his own standards. By my die standards, 15 is pretty fucking
He doesn't
good.
seem to be aware. After you do the somatic behind your back with your hands, you do.
I like bring the
incantation.
robes together, put my hands inside the robes, and kind of do my thing.
All right, I'm about to show you. All right, easy money, boys. Easy money. And he looks at. All right, Itch, you're gonna be our anchor. All right, Stitch, you're gonna be the guy who starts us off.
Okay, it's them 2. I want them 2.
Itch and Stitch.
Nasty as fuck. Nasty as fuck and an ass.
What about Twitch?
Okay.
So Itch is over there itching.
Subscribe now. Twitch.tv/Friends and Fireballs.
Dang, what a plug.
Give it a follow.
Shameless fucking plug. I feel you.
So
Instagram and Facebook too.
Do I see him
Fireball.
doing the thing?
he's coming up.
I wouldn't mind anyway,
yeah.
but I see.
He's coming up. He seems a little bit more intent, and more so he's cutting his eyes at these dwarves that are talking shit to y'all.
Okay.
Like mad talking shit.
And
I'll
like-
bet we could drink you 10 ways a Sunday. I'm not good at talking shit, but they are.
Yeah.
They're just coming at you.
They're just coming
Nope,
at us.
it's 100% you,
Throwing
right?
things.
uh,
Alright, so before anything gets going, I think I see him casting spells on that drink, and I just say, I'm like, alright, this is gonna be pretty fun. It's time to do some bard stuff. So I cast Vicious Mockery. It's a cantrip. I'm having a good time. I cast Vicious Mockery on the dwarves, and I'm like, hey! You know, last time I seen somebody short like that, I was still looking up to him, Jack. And I'm like, rubbity fruh fruh. Oh, Squitch, you're gonna be our tanker. Stitch, you're gonna be our drinker. Ice cubes and beers and brews and so on and so forth. Like, get an axe, dwarf.
dear
God.
So you cast it.
Mine was
I
so
cast
hard.
Vicious Mockery.
What's the effect?
It's a 1d4 psychic damage. They have to cast a wisdom saving throw I need a wisdom saving throw, 1d4 psychic
We're
damage.
getting in a bar
Actually,
fight.
it was gonna be-
Oh,
shit.
It's gonna be a 10.
What you got?
What is the DC?
He said we're cheating.
13.
You're the boss, boss.
Yeah, so,
So you're just talking mad shit.
A lot of mad danger
So-
and shit.
the lead dwarf, he shrugs it off, sees you doing some weird shit. He saw your eyes glow up for a second. What'd you say about my mom?
Oh shit.
And I'm like,
I'm not sure what all you said. I didn't like it. You tell you what, we're gonna settle this like men, right here on the table, alright? Got my love. Let's do this. Tell them the rules. We're gonna wipe the floor with them.
I'm a woman.
Ditto.
Whatever.
Whatever.
So Gamalov says, all right. So you're looking to play some flip mug.
I
Okay.
fucking knew
Oh
it.
my god.
Rules are simple.
I've seen this game before.
Yes. So you'll have to stand here in a row. You're going to be drinking until every drop out of your drink is gone. No funny business. We are watching. If there's any kind of tricks about, I'm sorry, we'll have to disqualify you.
What a shame.
All right, everyone must put in.
Done it.
Everyone must put in 2 gold though to add to the bet.
Nice.
So is each of you reach into your
Is this
pockets,
gold?
put money out? There seems to be one person standing there not putting money out.
Why do you keep asking if it's gold?
Oh god, faceless man. What's his name? Is it Syrian?
I reach in
No
to.
monies.
I don't have money to spare for such a
I'll cover
occasion.
his.
Aw.
Oh, look.
I
Okay, I won't
I
fighting over me.
slid-
Let me take notes, boys.
I slipped my my gold back into my pocket that I was gonna throw in, and I just
Act like they're not.
Are
Dirty
you?
bastard.
no, I quietly feel like that's because I convinced her earlier. To myself, I'm like, you're getting really good at this. You're getting a lot better at this than you used to be, man. That
As he's
bardic
thinking
was-
about this,
Oh,
I come up behind the side of him and I just pinch his ear. I would just pinch the shit out of his ear.
ah! Like, who pinches somebody, dude?
I just hold my hand out with the 2 coins.
I
And
dropped
then
I dropped my two gold. I'm sorry, out of character for a second. I dropped 2 gold in the middle for myself. I was gonna cover my guy over here who's very quiet, but Babel, she covered his, so I'm just like, dude, like, got her, got
I
another.
release the ear and just kind of chuckle at myself.
Is
I'm like, man,
when Gamalov counts out the coins, if everyone has slid the correct amount out, it adds to the pile.
And then I just
Man, y'all must be some
Can I-
rich motherfuckers falling around 2
let me
gold.
see.
isn't it weird?
Make sure that
RPG.
Kai has put his 2 gold out.
Make a perception check.
In any RPG, I
Uh,
would just assume.
did you put
like,
out your
if I've been told how much money I got, I always just assume I have infinite gold.
That would be.
I could just always-
Well, you had 2.
11.
You had 2.
Sure didn't.
He did it. Yeah, you can see that he slid it like as you were sliding yours across the table, but he may have noticed you noticing that he did it.
It's so
Kai
funny.
turned into
There's such a good joke in that.
ethnic-
There's such a funny joke in that.
There is.
Thank you. Thank you.
I don't trust the guy that came out with a gun. So.
Well, all right. If that's all the money, then here's how it's gonna work. We're gonna go down the road. Who's starting your crew? Who's first up?
Oh, Mom.
I'll go first.
All right.
I sit right back.
What was your name again?
Babel.
Babel. Okay, let me write you. Babel, you be going first. Who's going second?
Don't everybody raise your hand at the same time.
I guess it's
Right
me.
here.
Oh, it's a toy.
Ladies first.
Then you. I'm sorry.
Beatrix, right?
Yes.
Next in,
That'd be me.
Kai. Who's next?
I'll stand next to him.
All right.
Which makes me very uneasy. Just throwing that out there. Makes Kai very uneasy.
Well, because
They
now
got
you're
you so
now
far.
you're surrounded. But yeah.
And my hand is under the sash where it needs
I'll
to
be
be
last.
right now.
Oh.
That's what I was gonna say.
Okay, he could be
Got
last,
it.
obviously.
No, I was gonna say you were last.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Not brother.
Oh, he told you were last.
No, I'll have you know
are.
that I
What did you say?
decided to be last before you told me all that.
Bar
He
stuff,
said,
dude.
"Bitch, take your spot."
What'd you say?
You had
in the
last written all over you. All right.
Back to the table, man, a spot.
All right.
Racist here at this table.
See who wants and
We got one on
So
one.
it's dwarves going down the left side.
Man, a spot.
They got
get some beers with the fellas.
the dwarves are on the left side of the table. There's 6 of them. Young, sprightly young bugs, except for the one who's been talking all the shit. He's maybe.
Having a good
And
time.
then the 6 of you are on your side. And as Gamma Love turns to y'all, you can distinctly see one of them put something away into his coat. And
As he turns to who?
as Gamma Love looks away from the dwarves, he looks
Game
over
of
to
Love.
y'all. Mhm. What's that?
You said Game of Love.
Gamma Love is the
Gamma
the
Love
man
put
spawn.
something into his.
No, I'm sorry. So Gamma Love, as he turns to look at y'all on the right, one of the dwarves on the left doing some shady shit. He just slid something back into his coat. Or
Can I see
something.
if I caught what it was?
Make a perception check.
That's
What
what I
else
was
did
about
he
to do.
I'll give that opportunity to 2 people.
I'll take it if no one else.
He
can
was. You said it second, so
Okay.
it'd be you.
Did you say we noticed it happening and they're just rolling to see if they see exactly what it was?
12.
I didn't see shit. It was a 7.
It was actually a little too quick for both of you.
Sure.
But
But we did notice something was off.
yeah.
Okay.
I would
Okay.
like to bend down and act like tying a shoe.
Okay.
And
don't wear
And you have
exactly. Exactly.
All right.
And I'm gonna take a piece of copper wire out of one of my pockets and message Mana or Gamma Love. Say, I thought you said there's no funny business.
Nice.
Oh
Very cool.
shit! Oh shit!
Is that you? And he looks across the table.
And I rise up and with the copper wire visible, cast it again. And it's just like that in your pockets that the dwarves happily slid in there.
Very nice.
I don't notice any of this
Do
purposefully.
you have
I just clean
proof of
glasses
this
for somebody that
accusation?
ain't even paying attention.
Hey, did you say that loud enough the dwarves heard, or did
I
you
said it
message?
in message.
Okay. Do you have any proof?
If there's something in your will name the contents of your pocket. Anything that's not that you don't list is clearly something that they could do. I say that not in messaging.
Oh, so they didn't put it in Gamma Love's pockets. They slid it back into their own coat pocket. Like as
Oh, I thought you said you.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry if I described that odd. They are obviously doing something odd. One of them is.
That's what I thought at first. But he's saying the dwarves slid
Yeah,
it
the
into
dwarves
their
slid
pocket.
it
They
there.
have something.
But
shady.
are you still letting the Gamma Love know?
I'll redact it because now I know exactly because I
Okay.
misunderstood.
No, it's okay.
As I'm bending down to tie my shoe, I'm gonna say the dwarves are doing something shady in their pocket, the one closest to. And then I'm just gonna get back up and act like nothing happened.
You see Gamma Love
Shoes tied.
his you can't see his eyes, but his face kind of goes. I don't see anything. All right, y'all ready to play?
Damn it.
So the
You
dwarf,
would
so
have
I'm
to
at
be-
the end.
yeah,
So the
on your
dwarf
right or
that
left,
I saw
however
do
that
something,
works.
slide something in his pocket is at the end across from me. Sweet.
Okay.
Even though I don't
Oh,
trust her,
yeah.
as
So
far
the
as I
three
can throw
dwarves
her,
also have the most foul-smelling and tasting drink I've ever had, by the way.
just since we saw
4
something
hours,
but can't
so
figure it
that's
out,
how
I
long
just
it
kind of
lasts.
wink to her and just nod.
So you wink behind you.
We
She's
know-
behind you.
She's behind me or next to me?
I'm
We're
in-
standing next to each other.
Yeah, we're all
Okay.
standing in a row like
It
this.
would be like
With
it would
drinks
be
in front of us.
literally like we are right now,
Alright,
but
I'm gonna set this.
just one table.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
It's like we're all on one side, the dwarves are on the other.
Visually.
Yeah.
But then it would be me,
So it's
he-
first is
me,
her.
Kai.
One, two.
Yeah. And then
That's
Yeah.
so it's
Sam, you, sorry, Babel,
Yeah, for
Beatrix.
Babel, Beatrix,
Mhm.
Kai,
Kai.
Gentiana, Puff,
Gentiana.
Puff,
Gentiana.
Gentiana. RG.
Gentiana.
We're all gonna
And
get
that's-
that
that's
that
gonna be-
bandwagon.
that's gonna be canon.
And then
RG.
in the end,
So depending on which way we're standing, I'm on your left or right. And then she's the other side. So what were you gonna do?
well, since
You're
me and
surrounded
him,
by us.
we noticed
Sure.
what the little weird dwarf thing, but we didn't actually see it. I'm just gonna kind of wink to her and nod at the dwarf that had put whatever he did in his coat.
I'll acknowledge it. I'll just kind of
That's crazy.
give you a little nod.
Yeah, how is that standing straight up like that?
Because you're.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see.
It's physics, bitch.
Yeah, but it's still like if I set it down on the counter outside.
It's all the
like,
physicals of the
it's more the physics of this soft cloth underneath it. Yeah, but you're
Oh,
right.
the cloth that smells like fish.
Physics and
It doesn't smell like fish anymore, apparently.
Does it? Not?
It does,
Just-
it does.
that's
No, it
on the
doesn't.
internet, just don't.
They did.
Yeah.
Anything,
We're all snorting
anything-
lines,
if you
everybody's-
want to know something smells like fish, put your
Sounds
nose
a Twitch
right
channel,
on
I'm
it.
familiar.
Okay.
When it first.
Dude,
It's the only
watch.
way to discover
You
that.
ready?
Find
Look,
out.
just
All
Just
right.
did that.
Nothing.
Yes.
Nothing. So I'm
You
gonna
got some
need
salt underneath that or
two
something.
two rolls from starting with Babel. Babel, you have this. It's about like this, yay big, yay round. A
Like-
lot of booze in there. Have you ever tasted it before?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So then I'm gonna need you to make let's see, a Constitution check.
Constitution check or contact or saving throw?
We're gonna do a check. We're drinking.
For that, I like to look at my door and you have to use your mouth to drink. That's cute. Pick up a drink.
Nice.
And then
He looks at you
That's
like,
great.
what?
And-
And when Gamma Love, like, he signals for y'all to go.
in commenting, never sip a sissy drink. And down it.
Nice.
Just
Okay.
in the forehead, just.
And I'm rolling for the door.
I have a drinking problem.
Okay.
Damn.
What'd you get?
4.
Okay. So you're still working on your first one.
Oh, God.
He seems to be. He has finished his drink, and he's slammed it down, and now he's got it on the table, and he's trying to flip it up. You're still trying to drink your drink.
He's
All
getting
right.
cocky.
Yep. Oh no. So you have to flip the cup. My bad. That was part of the rules that Gamma Love would have
it's
explained.
flip cup. but
So
with
the
drink.
first node is going to be for you to drink it. The second one's going to be for you to flip it.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Do I keep rolling?
Yep.
Is
So
this one with a nasty dank beer?
Oh shit.
12.
okay. So you this time you get the drink all the way down. Except he's still fucking with the cup. He didn't get it. So it just he keeps flipping it. It's just rolling down the table. All right. Roll again. This is for to flip the cup.
11.
Natural 20.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
so he flips the cup, and you're still working on it, and his buddy beside him starts to get into his drink. But by that time, you finished your drink. So that was finishing your drink, and you flip the cup, but he has, the next guy's going to have advantage because he's got a little extra time now. Next up,
Picture
so...
like Gimli, and he's like, "Fucking goddamn cup, son of a bitch!" And then it lands, and he's like, "I fucking knew I had it that time."
That's exactly
He
right.
takes his axe to it.
Just lodges his axe in the bar,
There you go.
and Puff's like, "Do the wood!"
We all were sucking.
Okay,
It was
so...
sucking you. Just
Next
dance.
up, Beatrix. So as soon as you see Babel
rule
has,
nothing out.
she's flipped her cup and it goes into the air, and then it lands. It signifies it's your turn to drink.
Let it go.
All right, so
You're off to a great start.
Bang, 20.
okay, 19.
Calm down.
So he has finished his drink and he has slammed it, and he's already starting to work on flipping it. It seems like he's getting his before you because he drank his so fast and you're catching up, and Babel was just a little bit behind. But you've still had your drink. He's going to mess with his cup right now. 3. He's still fucking with his cup. Roll.
That was
It
a nat
counts.
20.
Natural 20. Okay, so he's messing with his cup.
It was outside
And,
my
yeah, you. How do you want to flip your cup on him?
I
Do
go
you flip it
ahead.
onto his side?
Wait, do I drink it first?
Yeah, you slam.
Okay, so I drink it first, and then I just conk it at his head.
It bounces off his head and rolls and lands onto the table, perfectly flipped.
Nice.
And one of them, hey, Norris, cut that out. Hey, you gonna? Hey, that's funny business.
I don't know how this game is
And
played.
Ga-
I'm
Ga-
sorry.
right
Not
next to her, I'm
sorry.
just like-
Not
You're
sorry.
doing great.
Gamalov, so that means that he's still flipping his cup, you flip your cup and drink it. Gamalov, no, that's fair to me. It looked like she flipped it just with a little bit of flair, right? So now, good job on Beatrix. So now we're with Kai. Kai, you're rolling this guy, he's still fucking with his cup.
Constitution, right?
Oh wait, Constitution.
Constitution to
And then-
drink and the flip dexterity. Sorry if I...
No, you're okay.
Well, you got that natural 20, so...
While this is going on, I kind of walk around over, like
It was
I
0 to this.
I get wherever I can based on the rules. I get within earshot of the dwarf that she's going against, and I'm like, or I'm sorry, that Kai's going against. And I'm like, swore a homegirl threw a drink at your boy's head. I go 8 Mile on him. And I'm like, your boy's got a glass mark on the side of his noggin, on his dome. Dwarfs.
Roll a persuasion check to distract the shit out of him.
Sure. That's charisma. I'm sorry, persuasion plus 6. Nice. 15.
Alright.
I'm sorry. Wait.
Yeah, it was a 9.
12. That's a 6.
Okay. So the dwarf that's fucking with his
It
cup,
was 10.
He- he seems to be distracted by what you're saying, and what are you doing?
I was drinking, which I rolled a whopping 3.
Whopping 3?
Yeah.
You're halfway through it, it's still in there, but it's okay. Whatever he said pissed him off, and while he was flipping the cup, he did it extra hard, and now it's way at the anchor side. He's like, pass it back down here! And so, go again. He's still messing with his cup, you're still
shit.
drinking.
Is this the drink still?
Yeah.
This is the drink. you got like the
Don't
we can
roll
all
it.
see the last little bit of drink in there, and you stop for a second and you look and like no fucking way, and you keep going, but they're passing the cup back to him. By the time they get to it, it slides on the floor. He's like, "Go on, get with my team, come on!" And he picks up the mug. He's still messing with that fucking mug.
So am I still drinking here?
You're still drinking. This
Okay.
is the last little bit for you.
Jeez.
7.
Steadily getting better.
I mean,
Bro, you want another
you
D20?
eventually finish the whole thing, but
That
by
was
that
3
time,
different fucking D20s.
Well,
Do you-
see,
do you need help?
you know what's crazy is he normally rolls in this box.
Girl, you ain't got to tell me. Like, I'm married. I know what you mean.
I'm gonna poke a little fun at it. Do you need help?
Aw.
So by this time, you've seen that the guy who was fucking with the cup finally gets it, and now the guy to next to him starts to drink. Yeah, you're flipping the cup, so dexterity, and he is drinking Constitution.
20, not natural, but 20. I will keep this die, sir.
Your die has pleased the man.
So as you flip it in the air, is there any kind of flair you want to put on it?
Actually, it wasn't a natural 20. So.
Okay.
But
so
yeah, I'll save that.
It's Kai.
it looks cool.
That's the move. That's the move. It wasn't a natural 20. He just sits back. It lands.
There you
He
go.
sits back.
Real big.
He shoots it with his gun. Get out of my fucking head, dude. That's what I was gonna do. I was
He was
gonna
gonna
got you,
shoot it in
bud.
the air
Well,
and make
now-
it flip and land, but then he realized it wasn't a natural
Again.
20, and he just went,
I ain't wasting a bullet on that shit.
next time.
So
I just let it land as it lands.
the dwarf who was working on his beard, he did finish it. So now he's messing with his cup. At the same time, it seems that Tiana, it's your turn to start your drink. All right. So we're rolling.
He's a Ava. He's bound to.
Oh shit! That was a wild fucking ride. It went from a 2 to an 18 to a 7 back to an 18.
Oh my
So-
God.
But that
shit.
two was creeping in on that last little like.
You said
press
It
of
was
the stabilizer.
that
Constitution
vibe
check.
that he's an Ava.
There you go.
Constitution, that's a dirty 20.
Ooh,
I like
okay.
that dirty 20.
So,
Me
like,
too, bro.
yeah,
It's turn. Yeah, that's hashtag 3020, hashtag friends of Firewall.
Stole it.
Don't tell anybody that.
I stole it.
Have cameras going.
Stop, Kyle.
I don't care.
the Constitution,
Finders keepers, right?
you take not even a moment. It's inhaled seemingly to everyone at the table. You put it on the table, and now you're ready to flip. This person is still flipping their cup. They can't get it to flip. At the anchor at the end, he's yelling, "You better get this, or I swear to God, when we get back, Mom's gonna hear about how you made us look bad. Hurry up!"
No, one kills in my notes.
So now I gotta flip. This is a dexterity check?
Yeah,
This
so
is where I'm
roll
gonna suck.
dex
No,
into
don't
that.
say that.
That's a 3.
That's a 4.
Plus your. Did you add your?
No, that was it.
Yeah. That,
Yeah, his dex is a -1 apparently.
Yeah, I was gonna say he actually subtracted
Oh,
his
shit.
I
dex.
have to subtract my dex.
Uh,
So we're going
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
so he's still messing with his cup, the one that's across from you. And yeah, we're going again. This time though,
Okay, a little bit better. Not.
this time though, you hear the anchor at the end. He's like, "All right, I guess I believe in you. You can do it." And you kind of you see that there's a little bit of a tone that carries with it that affects this one, and so it's gonna roll inspiration on top. It still misses. So how did you do? What did you get?
4.
Okay. Yeah, we're still flipping mugs.
Quick question.
Quick answer.
Kai's gonna look while
Gintia.
Gintia.
Archie.
Hashtag hard G. Hashtag friends of Fireball.
Can I
Look at
quickly
him.
look for the dwarf that we already noticed that was doing something odd while she's doing her drink?
It was the anchor, the one who just spoke up.
So it's the anchor at the end that was doing that? Okay.
Maybe.
Hard G.
What'd you get?
13.
Woo, double digits.
About the same
Anything that sounds
time,
like
the cups flip and land,
a-
teetering for a second, and land in place.
That's hard.
So you should have taken 2.
Yeah,
there-
sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. So y'all are in the lead by 1 drink. It's now up to you. We got.
Have we gotten to their nasty drinks yet?
Oh, I guess that would be the last 2 at the end.
Nasty.
Well, there was 3 of them.
Nasty
Oh.
drinks.
Yeah, when
Nasty
he
drinks.
did
I used
prestidigitation.
prestidigitation and made him smell and taste like complete horseshit.
So we're just gonna.
It's definitely these
Try.
next 2. So they're gonna have
They'll be
disadvantage on drinking these.
I don't
Think
The
I don't like
dwarves
assholes.
and him.
No, just the dwarves.
Just the dwarves. So on this side,
Okay,
there's,
so the dwarves
there's
'cause they
3
won't do
drinks
me.
left, and those 3 drinks are the ones that you meddled with.
Oh
I'm very
shit.
anti-aggression.
Okay.
Yeah.
Real
I
quick.
don't like
Passive
that.
aggressive.
I'm going to put my hand under my sash, lean up against, and then I'm basically taking aim, not at that anchor dwarf, but at his hand. But I'm just sitting there like this.
Good.
Okay.
God.
With your gun?
What is happening? This is the. I told you.
I
Drinking
want to see
game
what
with a
this
dwarf means
motherfucker's
roll
about to
initiative.
do.
Roll a stealth check.
Okay. I'm proficient in that.
Are you? No, you're not.
Good thing you're proficient.
You want another D20? I give you another.
Look, he's like, I got him all day.
So
I got this.
You're
box
not
of
rolling
wood.
the
There
dice.
it
the
is.
dwarves
You're not rolling
collectively
the
seem to
crimson.
be more focused on the game than you.
Collectively, I hear a butt coming on.
So as you pull your weapon out,
Mm-hmm.
you feel a metallic whizzing through the air, kind of hitting your gun and like pinning it to the table as a card.
Oh, shit.
Metallic, like you can see on there. There's a king of spades, and you can see that Game of Love's like, hey, why don't you put that away for now?
Oh shit.
Sorry. Scratching an itch.
All right, keep going, y'all. Keep
That's
going.
it.
That's
You
in an
shoot
itch.
somebody.
Jeez.
He's so aggressive.
He's adjusting his dick.
So
Huh?
Yes.
What you got in you, boy?
I run back to the table because I've been walking around.
Just whole time he's under the
Run back to
table,
the
just
table.
talking shit.
Are you
Like,
spreading
fucking
rumors
checking
about
people
me?
out. I've just been trying to meet people, just trying to investigate the room, just trying to talk to folks. And
Oh, by the way, it's my turn. I gotta go
everybody's
by.
on y'all, and I'm like, yeah,
I'll get you in a minute.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, just go.
I didn't realize that
I
bitch
pick my
was real.
drink
She was
up.
drinking.
I cast Mage Hand and I just bring my drink to me, and it's like,
Okay.
With style.
So go ahead and roll a Constitution check, and Constitution check over here at disadvantage. Ooh.
You're at disadvantage.
But
I don't want to hear
sounds
no
good,
rules.
dog. That sounds like a good sound out of you.
Oh, come on.
That's my girl. 13.
13,
Good enough?
and then an 11. So you do down yours just a little quicker, but around the same time y'all are putting mugs down. Yours is just the first one to go down.
Aight.
We are still one ahead, though.
But and that was on, and you could see ugh, and that's like kind of maybe the reason it was just a split second behind. The female dwarf was sitting there drinking this nasty piss mug is just like, ugh, just powering through it. Now it's time for y'all to flip. So Dex check.
She's a fucking
Dex.
chump.
7.
You're still fucking with that cup, dude. It's like something about the texture of the table. Now it's getting sloshed around with all these.
Come on,
droplets of
short
beer.
round.
But she takes her cup and flips it on the first go.
Look at flying my onesie.
Okay. So go ahead and start.
That's what we called it in college.
Try and
Onesie.
flip, and this one's gonna
I'll
try and
believe you.
drink.
We're in a cantrip situation, right? I'm sorry, out of character.
Yeah.
We're in a cantrip situation still, right? I mean, this isn't initiative, so I can just throw cantrips whenever I feel like it, right?
As long as you think you can, you can do whatever you like. But
It's a
you know, Gamma Love has been watching for funny business, so.
Perfect.
Okay.
Perfect.
I'm gonna sleight of hand behind my back, cast Mage Hand on the cup to get it to land perfect, so we can expedite this whole measure. So.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay. So try and do it stealthily.
And appear.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't
We're
know.
about
if
to
Mage
find
He
out.
has
No.
a little
Visible or
hand,
not.
guys.
He
So
has
it's
a
not like you
little
would
hand.
see
It
it.
is a
or
spectral
not.
hand, you're right, but it's a tiny gnome-shaped
Are
spectral
you
hand.
so like where Gamma Love
No.
is standing looking at the mugs? Like if it's a small enough gnome-shaped hand, maybe like if you like came around at an angle where he
Oh,
couldn't
no.
see. You can try it. You can try
You can
whatever you'd
certainly
like.
try.
That's what I'm trying to do.
So, but you're gonna have to do a stealth on this.
Well, as he's doing that, I grab the Ace of Spades.
Oh
King of Spades.
shit! Oh shit!
Got my love. Forgot your
That's
card.
24.
Flick it to him to get his attention.
Oh,
Not even looking at you, he grabs it out of thin air.
Shit.
24.
He doesn't seem to notice that the fucking mug is flipping on its own. So roll with advantage on this. That's what the. So you're doing the. You're acting like you're flipping it, but the mage hand you wanted to actually just have
Do
it.
the work.
Okay.
Alright, so that's the
So that's where the mage hand and doing all this.
thing
You're-
is
you're
I'm
being
not
s-
gonna touch this D20
Okay.
until this 19 plus 5 is counted, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
For the
24.
stealth, right?
24.
So that's to,
Yeah.
that's to
Yeah, you're
stealthily cast the spell.
Okay, perfect. Alright.
So now it's to,
Now I'm trying for the skill,
Yes.
so the stealth gave me the.
He will
I'm
not
sorry,
with
notice.
advantage.
I'm sorry, dude.
It's okay.
Sorry about the meta, everybody. 19.
Oh shit! It's
Roll
you.
ahead, you have advantage. Roll
Bang!
again.
Do it again! Plus
Yeah,
6.
19.
Alright, so
So
19,
19
19 plus your dexterity.
So this
No,
dwarf
just
is
your
drinking
dexterity.
at the same
Perfect,
time
22.
you're doing that. So 22. Okay. So 11 over here on that first one, but it's with disadvantage, and then a 5 on this one. So she is still trying to work through this. He now is trying to work through this piss beer, and by that time you've already flipped your mug. You were a drink ahead.
And that's, I don't know what that is in that cup, but it looks like you're drinking dwarf piss from your facial expressions, Miss Dwarf.
Mister.
I
Mr.
can't
and Mrs.
tell.
He couldn't tell.
I'm going to see the dwarf struggling
Okay.
to down this nasty ass looking beer. Fucking weird how it got there. And I'm gonna take my cup
Fucking weird.
and I'm gonna hold it over and be like, "Would you like to try? That looks gross."
What?
Would you like something maybe a little fresher?
What? What are you talking about? Do you use some of our drinks? Why are you offering me yours?
I'll be honest. I have no interest in this. Do you want the free beer or not?
I understand.
Well, if you give it to me, that's funny business. You gotta drink it. It's part of the game.
There's no funny business. I'm just giving you a
While
drink.
you're talking, this one's gonna try again to drink it down. 8 and 8. It's just the last little bit in that cup left while you're talking.
He didn't.
The dwarf doesn't seem interested in taking your drink. He wants to win it fair way.
So I like look
So
around
the
the party.
dwarf doesn't know that it's like enchanted with piss water.
Just thinks it's part of the game.
Yeah.
That's awesome. He's
Are you
looking around
gonna
the
drink your drink?
No,
No.
I'm
You're
not.
gonna
I'm
stand. You're gonna
I'm
stand
not
there with your
right
drink.
Because it's the one in front of me that did
Development
some funny in the pocket. So I have no
Yes.
problems with this second to last guy.
Okay. Are you gonna drink your drink?
Not yet.
Okay. All right. And okay. So finally gets through his drink. He puts it on the table. And he goes to start flipping it. Are you gonna start drinking? Okay.
This is
Alright,
my
last
drink.
one. What the fuck are you doing down there?
Please.
Just pour it on me or something.
Just
Absorb it, something. We gotta fucking win.
This one flips its cup and
I
lands on the table.
I hop up.
now
now
before
that
the
I'm
next
sorry.
guy, as like I guess he's grabbing his drink.
Mhm. He grabs it.
I say, so I noticed your friends are having a rough time with the taste of their drink. I'll let you know what I put in your drink and did to it to poison you if you wouldn't empty out your pockets, you filthy cheater.
You call me a cheater? And you're the one who made our drinks taste like piss.
You said no funny business out of $4.
Well, I didn't do anything.
Why don't you empty out your pockets?
Why should I? I don't have to do anything.
Guilty
We're
man
playing
always-
a fair game until you came up in here pissing in our drinks.
I shout out to the bar. I shout out to the rest of the bar like, oh, they're about to fight!
Are we about to fight?
Can
A
I roll a
guilty man.
perception?
A guilty man will
yeah,
always
please.
try and double down.
Oh, babe.
Sloppy.
My guys drink 4
Sorry.
times.
Whoa.
We've upped the ante.
Up the
50.
Look, all I know is I'm about to finish my drink, piss or not, and win the money on the table.
Can I do something? I'd like to, if I can, as this thing has been, you guys have been arguing back and forth, I want to walk up behind this last dwarf that's arguing with them.
Mm-hmm.
And before he can actually take his drink,
Sorry, go ahead.
I didn't want to do this yet, but I'm going to put my right hand on the back of his neck, like I'm cupping the back of his head. And I'm just going to let my blade just barely touch the back of his neck.
Oh, okay. Okay, we're only in a minor assault charge. We're just death threats. It's still a misdemeanor.
With
I
him being
think.
a dwarf, I kind of punch down to his level. Into your fucking pockets, mate.
Make
The last
a
thing you'll feel is
This
the
kind
blade
of sounds
going
kind
into
of
the back
sexy
of the
though, right? Like the moment, you know?
make an intimidation check.
And while I do
With
that, I'm gonna
advantage.
take a sip of a drink as if I'm just talking with a casual buddy.
Okay.
Alright, what am I rolling?
Make a intimidation check with advantage.
Thank God you gave me advantage.
Well, I mean, a knife
man,
to the
I-
neck does it.
Okay, that's good. Intimidation, that is a 15, sir. It's better than what it was. Much better than what it was.
All right. And he opens up his coat pockets and he puts out. All right. Puts out gold coins on the table. It's you see that this coin purse that he, now that you've seen it, maybe that's what you saw put out there, because he had to put some extra money out to get the pool going, to the ante in. I mean, ante up. I don't know.
Yeah.
What's the lingo?
Ante up.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, but there's something like really wet about it.
Nice.
Wet about the coins?
Wet
Yeah.
Like the pouch itself.
is wet.
I got a picture of it.
Oh, cool.
Fucking right. You got a picture of a wet pouch?
Turned very weird very quickly.
Can you shoot it up on the screen behind you? What kind of party is this? I'm glad I got dressed for this. The first episode of Friends and Fireballs. This shit's fun, y'all. Listen up.
That's what you see.
Yeah, Ty, you draw, bro.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, you can.
So that's
Shit,
he's
a
like, all right.
photograph sent through multiple effects.
Just let us finish the game. You can take it. You can take everything I got.
Is Gamma Love watching all this?
Yeah. He.
Which I release the back of his head. I look at Gamma Love and. Sure, call there, Game Master. Caught this boy over here cheating.
He picks it up, looks at it. You see that his body like glows, like emanates for a moment. He's casting detect magic, which you know. Whoa. And he flips it open. He takes a coin out. Kind of like this wave of depression kind of. His glow goes from like this white to like a blue, sad blue. And he looks in the coin purse and see there's another coin like where there wasn't supposed to be. And he does it again, except he feels more sad this time. Okay. I don't see how this could affect the game. Keep drinking.
Do I know what that is? I'm guessing it's something magic, right?
You can make an Arcana check.
Mm-hmm.
DC is super high.
19.
High and not high
I'm
enough. bro.
sorry. It does give off a magical vibe because there was no money in there after he pulled the coin out, and then there was money.
So what does Gamma Love do with it?
He puts it on top of the pile.
Do the coins look?
As
like
in,
they're
that is now
real
part of the
coins?
prize, or?
They look like they're real, and it looks like it's part of the prize pool.
Okay.
Damn, I should have just lifted it off of that.
Well, we're gonna stand around here just fucking accusing each other of shit, or we're gonna drink.
So I grab my mug, slap the dwarf that I just put it back to his head.
Oh God. He's sweating
Yeah.
now.
I'm just like, cheers, mate, and I walk around to the other side, back to where I was, and continue drinking.
Drink the
But then
fucking
I
beer.
lean back a little bit real quick to Puff. Hey, Puff, Puff. See the look in his fucking eyes.
This is interesting. I'm just taking it all in.
Okay. What are you doing? He picks up his drink and he's waiting on you. He's, I guess now is interested in a fair drink.
I'll walk away. What the fuck are you doing?
He's like, all right. That he like puts the tankard to his lips and he starts drinking.
It tastes like the worst piss he's ever fucking.
I want to
Piss and
step in his
shit.
place.
To drink.
As
Gamma Love
I
says,
walk away, I just approach Gamma and say, I didn't want to be a part of this shit anyway. And I just go back to my table.
dang.
I lean over to Kai and I'm like, bards are crazy, bro. There's a lot. If you don't feel it, you don't feel it. Like, it just is what it is, man. Like, bard life.
So he's gonna roll a disadvantage. 12 on the first one, 17 on the next one. Gets through the drink. That really salty piss taste in his mouth.
Yep.
Rolling to flip the cup. The cup's flip. And he's like, all right, I'll be taking this. And he takes this mountain of gold off the table, including his coin purse, like the thing he like grabs first and puts it back into his.
No.
Didn't you want to stand up?
I was
In
gonna
his
take his
place.
place.
Oh, you're gonna take his place?
Yeah. That's why I was trying to scoot in because I mean. But if you
I was gonna say that I think that Gamma Love probably wouldn't have allowed that, but let's see.
Well, did the rules say that all 6 of us have to drink, or just 6 people on the team?
Oh,
Go ahead and approach.
Shit.
I like this one.
So
I knew that all along. That's why I walked away with confidence. I did not know a damn thing.
Go ahead and we're gonna roll. She's drinking.
Constitution?
Yes.
That's a lot. That's like 1 million. That's a dirty
That
20.
seems
16 on the first
impossible.
one. 2 on the second one. Doesn't get through the drink. She stops like as soon as she takes the first sip.
It's like dwarf pea.
And then, but you've made it through your drink.
Yes.
Okay.
Cautioning, actually.
That's horrible.
I didn't see it.
That's 6.
Okay. Natural 20, and then a 14. She gets through her drink. And you're fucking with your cup, and now at the same time you're both fucking with your cups. What are you doing?
I'm gonna try to do it again.
All right.
It's better.
12?
12.
Oh,
shit! Sudden death.
It's a roll-off, boys.
So Gamma Love, you both flip it at the exact same time, and Gamma Love has got his eye on the table, and he sees them flip and land at the exact same time onto the table. All right, another round. And then they bring out another round. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1. You have a whole new drink.
Right.
This one doesn't taste like piss.
No, so 100% know that I wasn't bullshit.
11.
She gets half, or he gets halfway through it.
I cast vicious mockery again. And I'm like, your beard looks like it's extensions. You need to just, there's something you can take for that. Beard Pisha.
All right, so that's a wisdom
Pro
saving.
beard up.
That's a wisdom saving throw on the dwarf path. Ooh, 2. It does take damage.
You're taking 1d4 psychic damage and have you disadvantage on your next attack roll, dwarf motherfucker.
It's just straight up psychic damage.
I gotta roll it, you roll it, dwarf. I don't fucking work for the dwarves, man. I'm fucking tough, bitch. Do we continue on for the max? The 6 total time.
It's just
It's just
4.
1d4.
It's just 1d4.
This is tough.
All right.
I don't know. 4 right.
So as you do that, like maybe unintentionally, do you have a beard? Do you have a little goatee? You got a little scruff? You got hair? No hair?
None of this.
Just on his chest.
Your eyebrows?
I got
Your
my chest is shaved into the shape of a beard.
And it starts to glow as you say these words, and you see him like, ah! Ah!
Fucking dwarf!
What are you trying to do? And he throws his fucking mug at you. Roll initiative.
Alright.
Oh,
shit. Everybody?
Yeah.
Even me if I'm
Go,
all the
bitches.
way in the bag is fucking off.
Yeah.
15.
Fucking lost me.
Alright, okay.
I just need a witness.
Which
Okay.
one?
No, I rolled all 5 of those.
Oh, that's horrible.
2 natural ones, 3 and 4 and a 5.
Oh my
You need
God.
some new dice, like just all new dice.
I'm gonna give you all of mine.
Alright, 20. Close to 20.
He's just throwing dice.
Yeah.
Try some new ones, bro.
I'm gonna give you those.
20,
New
25.
red ones.
20, 25, anyone?
I got a 20.
There you go.
I did use a red one.
17 and 3 on this.
15 to 20?
Right?
15, 20.
I
I got 15.
Okay.
10 to 15.
I got a 14.
Okay. 14 and over.
I was 6.
Emma. Go ahead.
9.
Okay, yeah, I told you I was last. That's a 4.
Okay. 6, Babel 9. Van last was Gimp.
Me, hey, I'm last. Don't do y'all stuff. I'm just gonna wait.
Are you still trying to flip the cup?
I was drinking at the time that he was throwing them, that he threw the mug, or something. Something happened. Fuck!
Keep flipping your cup, man. You can still win this. He got to go get his and go all the way back to the table. And then flip it. You got time. Take your time.
Just everybody's fighting around him. Just
Fuck.
All right.
Come
So
on.
Puff, you're gonna take. So he threw a tankard at your head.
Okay.
You take max damage.
We're having to take a throw.
6.
I don't get to save throw anything. I don't get nothing.
He made an attack roll against you. What's your AC?
I don't know if we set that down high.
You can do that right now.
There's a big blank spot on my character sheet
Yeah.
where AC is.
You
So,
you have no
nothing.
idea.
Yep.
Like not even 0.
Even a natural one.
You're just intangible.
I
They
just-
just go through you.
That's what I'm
Oh,
talking
you'd be
about.
wearing the same type of armor as
Nothing happens to me.
Your AC would be 12.
12. That's what my AC.
So go down to 12. Okay.
You write it down right there.
Maybe I will.
Wow, what's a panic? What's a 12 AC?
Hey, ball.
Mine's an
I thought I just said what the roll was, but totally.
I step behind the 18.
Ball.
Yeah, you rolled a 12. I don't know what you said you rolled.
Yeah, you didn't say anything for us.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna roll
That's what you want to.
13.
I haven't rolled anything yet.
What's your
We don't
AC?
roll it.
He's rolling to throw against you.
Yeah.
It's I mean, I don't
It's
know
a
what
battle
I'm supposed to do
game.
right.
Oh, no,
Stop
no.
talking, stop, because eventually he's gonna find out that he won this in this moment.
It's all part of the plan.
12, bro.
All
Yeah.
right, you take 4.
Alright.
He played this.
Son of a bitch!
He knows
God.
he's doing
Mug to the dome.
I needed a pencil.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be here long, man. I'm a guest, you know what I mean? You don't understand how these things
We gotta
work.
kill him off, that way the audience doesn't get
Not
attached.
necessarily Force Ghosts.
The dwarf that was furthest away from you,
Mhm.
he sees what's going on, and he's gonna go over there and like try and tackle you.
Alright. I try to
So it's a full-on,
I try to
full-on bar fight's broken out. Then.
I try to flip out of the way while also becoming his friend. I'll fucking try and bullshit with him while I'm like, you can't catch fast as can be. You can't. You get so he rolled to tackle you, totally missed. You stepped out of the way, like kind of like laughing at him. That means he also failed to my silliness, to my antics, right? Okay. So I mean to push.
No, that's fine.
Just assume.
Beatrix, what are you doing? A mug just got thrown. Somebody tried to tackle him. People, there's some vicious name calling going on.
So I feel really bad because I dropped him. Like I'm still kind of guilt ridden about like going to catch him and then him just like slipping. He's so tiny.
Pull that Michael Scott.
So I guess I try to.
Let him hit the ground.
I guess attack him because he attacked us first.
Okay, the guy who threw the mug.
Mhm.
Okay, what you gonna do?
Like I want to push him. He's a little dwarf. So
Yeah.
I just kind of want to just like take the palm of my hand and just like knock it in the forehead.
Okay. Make a D20 unarmored strike. So you're not proficient in it, so you'll just add your strength.
That'd be 11.
Okay. His AC. Okay, so as you go to push him over, he says, "What was that, lass?" And he just stands there, like totally like unaffected. And that's it. Would you like to move or do anything else?
I can't attack again, can
Negative.
No, not at level 1. But you can retort.
I? So he's a little dwarf. I just want to like jump over him and escape.
Okay.
Dwarves are like some stocky motherfuckers, though, babe.
Yeah, but they're
But they're
You can
adorable.
jump over and make an athletics check.
Oh no, I was saying you couldn't jump over.
15.
Yeah, you jumped over this dwarf, and you're on the other side of him.
Wait, athletics.
18.
Oh, and I'm proficient.
Like, gang.
So-
All day, y'all.
So that'd be 17 plus 3, 20 dirty.
Okay. I mean, you're definitely over top of him, like kind of like Legolas, like putting the face. Isn't there a scene where he does that? Probably.
He's drinking and he's just like, he's talking to her in the scene you're talking about.
Yeah.
And then she jumps over his head and he's just talking to a bar stool. And he's like, "Well,
Well, close to that, you're on the other side of him. That's going to be the end of your turn. One of the other dwarves is going to see that happening. He's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And he goes to throw a bar stool at you.
Jesus.
Natural 19.
These guys go
Can
hard in the
I,
paint.
as he's going through the bar stool, can I just like, because it would take some for a dwarf to like jump and throw a bar stool at me. Can I like try to like use my sword?
Yeah.
and
So
just,
what's
like, swipe
what's
off
your
the-
AC at?
18.
So as he's throwing the bar stool, it does hit hit your shield, but part of it hits you in the face, and so you take 1 point of damage.
Bloody short elf, dwarf, whatever the fuck you are.
So next up is Zora. There's a loud commotion, like it's starting to over top of the music. It's now like a tussle.
I guess this will go down before I even hit the chair, just as I'm walking by. Shit happens so fucking fast.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna. I'm gonna just turn back around and kind of walk into like a central motion or a central area of them all, like towards Senor Love, whatever. Game of Love. Game of Love. There, Game of Love. That's what we're calling it from now on. It's game. And as I'm walking, I'm going to just shed the robe and use my glowing form and cast daylight, because I imagine being a bar would be pretty fucking bright. And just cast daylight just to, as an attempt to get everybody to stop being stupid. And then
Make a. I would say make a charisma check at advantage. This is to get everyone to stop what they're doing. And
that's not good. That's a 9.
9 plus
9.
Ah.
Just a 9.
No, not plus time. You answer this question.
All of a sudden, someone shines really brightly in the middle of this bar.
So
Little
looks
her
like
lights.
over there where the fighting's happening. Whenever you glow, it's like everyone stops, and the music stops, and everyone just is looking at you.
Yeah, I was thinking.
For the moment, it seems like people are just trying to see and they can't.
And then I'll just, like, as I'm doing it, walking over to Game of Love, but if you please, ever so kind, show me to the exit so I can leave this dreadful establishment. And that's
Okay. Next up is one of the other dwarves. He's going to try and see.
Try and see.
Yeah, he can't.
can I get a DC roll, please?
He's still focused on that, so you've effectively kept him from doing his thing. Battle. What do you do?
Pretty neat.
I like to hold my turn until someone else is up.
Okay.
Just in case we actually stop this fight.
Next dwarf, he rolled a 9, so no. And then Kyle.
Are there any dwarves immediately in my like touching region? Like, you know what I mean?
What? Well, they all seem to have backed up, and you do hear like the gold, like someone at the table like shuffling with the gold a little bit.
Okay. I'm gonna tune my ear to that because I already know it's the guy that I've already put a knife to. So yeah. Do I? Hold on. Oh, there's a bright light going on. I basically want to follow. No. This is meta, bro. This is so fucking meta. Basically, I want to get to that guy with tankard still in hand, and yeah, if I actually see him, I just want to kind of. That was a great game, and then take a tankard and just deck him right in the face with it.
All right. Make an attack. Add your strength because it's you're not proficient with it.
No problem. I rolled the wrong fucking die. 11.
All right. It hits him in like the gut, but he's got a lot of gut. You didn't like drew back enough to really make an impact. It just looks like you were like giving him a love tap, like, yeah, buddy, good game.
You knew the coin fall out of that cup when I hit him in the stomach.
No.
But then I'll just use my movement to just kind of spin away from him, and then walk like 10 feet away from him in this blinding light.
Gentiano.
Hard G, motherfucker.
Hashtag daddy shit.
Gentiano.
Hard G.
As the moment comes to you, and you have the drink in your hand, and you see these hooligans just fucking making a mess of the place, what do you choose to do?
So the one dwarf can I see the one that's like fucking with the coin? That he's currently got an arm around?
Yes. He seems to, the two of them seem to be doing,
Something.
Yeah.
In the light.
They're best buds. They're just having a whole hug stuff.
It's a little bit of slap and tick.
Yeah, slap.
Meanwhile, Gandalf's kind of got, a part of his, coat, collared up to kind of block the light. Continue, he's got eyes on you and that mug. That's all he seems to be interested in the game. So this is for to see if you can chug it down.
I thought you finished the drink.
I did finish the drink.
He has a flip.
Oh, you gotta
He has a
flip
flip.
it. Yeah.
Nine.
Oh no, sorry. This go around. You flipped it and it's teetering on the table for a second, and then it falls over. So that's gonna be your turn. Puff, back to you.
Wait, does it still boom around?
Yes.
Do I see where the throwing mug went?
Yeah, it's at the feet behind Puff.
And she held her turn until someone attacks her. Technically, she needs to do her turn.
Mage hand, knock it as far away from the table as possible.
Okay.
Oh, she's playing a long time.
Okay. Yeah. Do it to see if you can do it while Gamma Love is distracted looking at Gantiana.
Slide
Hey.
it.
Hey, it only took
No, it'd be a stealth.
4 hours.
9.
Okay. See if you saw. 2. No. Something more interesting is happening. Trying to watch it.
That's a generous deal.
I'm still hungry.
He's looking down at a 17. He's like, 2.
This is a 2.
Give a fuck. You got 2
It was the dice right next to it.
Is this a 2?
So I'm still super
that,
hungry
0?
because I thought I was walking in the bakery, and now I have drank a lot. So I'd like to fight.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
What the fuck I'm
I
talking
forgot about that. She's a
Make a. Let's see.
Well, did the mage hand thing work then?
It did work.
Okay, awesome.
It got knocked to one of the bar stools on the inside of the room, about 50 feet away.
What's that truck, son?
Well, technically, Mage Hand can move things 30 feet, so 30 feet away.
That's right.
So, Beatrix, just give us one turn. You got to Puff, and the dwarf will start punching you. Puff, what are you doing?
So where am I at after having taken that damage?
You're
On the floor,
you're still by the table, kind of that nod on your head.
On
a
my
little bit,
back or I'm
smart.
standing?
You're standing. Yeah.
Again, I'm
But
sorry.
if your intentions was to fuck with the dwarf and get him riled up, it is working.
Yeah.
What give you that idea?
So, I walk up to the dwarf and I act like I've been bullshitting the whole time. I walk up to the dwarf that came at me hard, and I just act like I've been fucking messing with him the whole time, dude. And I'm gonna cast Charm Person if I can. I know it's, again, outside of character. I know that that's first level, and I know I only have X amount of slots.
But also what you're doing sets you up really good for a good deception roll that I would give you an
Wonderful.
advantage.
I'm gonna cast that if I can on this dwarf, and I'm just like, pretty good, dude. That's how we played it in high school or in wherever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In high school,
Back at the library.
Back in the cave.
Academy.
Yeah.
There you go.
Academy.
The academy.
The High Academy.
So
like,
it's your choice to charm person or to do a deception check.
How
To...
about a bard college?
Then deception then, if that's better. And it is, according to my character sheet. So,
You have advantage.
yes, 15.
Oh,
And
yeah.
advantage, whatever.
So roll the
roll one more time.
You take the higher number. There it is.
17.
12.
Fuck yeah.
So, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Still wasn't nice what you said. And he's like pulling at his beard. I spent years going this. You don't call a dwarf out on his beard.
And I'm like, dude.
Can we get back to the game? Oh my.
We could absolutely get back to the game. I'm like, we'll talk about it, but seriously, man.
Look, I need another drink.
I'm like, when's the last time you and your buddies said anything nice to each other? Y'all dwarves, and I don't mean that in a negative way. Again, I hope that this is all part of the last turn. I'm saying, like, come on, man. You know, we're just messing around. This is bar stuff. When's the last time you went to a bar and just sat around drinking?
Alright, so that's the end of your turn. I will say that combat has de-escalated successfully. Between the combination of half the dwarves not being able to see what the fuck is going on, and the other, the one who's actually a part of the situation.
I would like to cast Made Everyone.
So, meanwhile, this has happened. You get another opportunity. While he's waiting for his beer to come, you have a free turn to try and drink his beer.
Come on, George.
Or flip it.
Oh my god.
Would you?
0.
Okay. They bring him another beer to the table, and he starts drinking it. By this time, you notice somebody might need a pep talk.
So I run over to him. I run over to her. And I'm like, get till.
It's already started off strong.
What's your name?
Gentiana.
No, hard G.
It's a hard G. I said,
Gentiana.
Gentiana?
There you go.
It's like 6
When you
syllables.
upload this, it should be Friends of Fireballs episode number 1, hard G.
Dude, hard G is. I'm making the
Gentiana.
t-shirts.
Yeah.
Yes, I swear to God. Like, that's not a joke. Y'all can laugh it up. Hard G with.
That would be a weird inside joke to walk around.
Hard G. Right here, space. Hard G.
Yeah, so I run over there and I'm like, hey, listen, miss. I know we were really good.
Miss.
I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce your name. After all, it's a bar, and I've got a lot of people here this evening. But I want you to know that we're all counting on you. Everything in this moment depends on you. I'm willing, I mean, for the rest of these next 6 or 7
Adventure?
times or encounters or whatever you want to call these moments where I may or may not be here. I'm talking to her, not you. Like,
He says in character.
I swear to Ty, D&D, the god of Ty, the thing that we've all prayed to forever here in Sora, that
What the fuck is he talking
you
about?
need to finish this. We need you.
The game's already over. You're
Whatever-
starting to
Yes. Whatever Leslie Nielsen said,
An airplane?
yes.
I just want you to know.
You have
Okay.
inspiration,
That's it.
which is 1d6. You can add to your next roll.
That's it?
That was a big fucking speech for just 6 fucking minutes.
He's like, no, I wanted him to add a D20 to
I'll
it.
take
Like at that point, I just get up.
So Adricus finally made it back to that dwarf who has been anchoring
I'm gonna
their
say,
team like the worst thing
can you shut
ever.
up so I can put this cup?
And I'm like, sure. And I get up and I walk off and
Slide
reset
in and
it.
try to just take the cup from him and just down it.
Sure.
Athletics, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh,
Let's see if he
okay.
does this first.
So, D20 plus a D6.
Right.
Yeah, plus your dexterity.
Don't you do the D20 first?
Minus your
I
dexterity.
forgot it was D20 plus
Okay, so here we go. Come
I
on.
don't know.
God, that took a roll like a fucking motherfucker. 14.
Nat 20.
Oh! That's the drink,
That's
right?
the drink. The drink goes all the way down. She puts it on the table and flips it up. But by the time that she does, yours is already laying on the table. To a perfect down position. Yeah. So by this time, like there's people who are trying to figure out what the ruckus was, and they see that you've won this, and they're all cheering along. Gamble Love says, "Yeah, winner over here." That was a dramatic game. Yeah, off the table looks at the dwarves and like very like trying to look around and see what happened. Like half of them are like are not aware that they just lost. The anchor's pissed off because it flipped and landed and oh, but I made it.
Just want to say, when we get a second, I want to go back up to the one with the coin purse and slide it in and shit.
It's still on the mountain of this money that
That's right, we just won, never
You're
mind.
gonna steal it?
Yeah.
No, not him. I thought that was still in the dwarf.
So
it's irrelevant.
I
because
just
that's still
like-
in the pile.
Just like you were about to
Beatrix
steal the
just kind of like
fireball.
salutes Gentia.
Gentiana.
Oh,
Or G.
between
I'm loving your name. I'm so sorry.
The wall behind all the cameras.
Gentia.
Just a
Gentia.
big ass G with a flat line over the top of it.
Yeah.
That ain't even a sign for anything. That's a vowel. Hard vowels and soft vowels. We can put a line. Good.
good.
That's what I'm gonna call you.
Gentia.
No,
there
it's-
seems to
it's
be a
always gonna
pile
be
of
G.
92 gold pieces there at the table, and striding up, person you bumped into earlier, and just you kind of didn't pay him no attention. Puff, you've been looking at him all night. He's been looking at you. You've been avoiding him though. He comes up and says, "Wow, that was something to watch." And I believe y'all want some money, right? This person who comes up, he's wearing all white hair, crazy looking, slightly pointed tip ears, kind of this like white, pale blue, like tint to his skin.
One second.
Mhm.
Who am I next to?
Probably right beside the winner.
Who won? I was in the bathroom. Did we win?
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, we won.
Nice, bro. Sweet.
We won.
Hey, up top, and I swing right past her just like I did with Kai.
Totally on
Right to
purpose,
the
right?
butt.
Whip.
Just
I mean, you know, outside of character, yeah. But Puff is fucking like, he just like, thought this counts! And he whiffs and just keeps going. Like, somebody tell her I tried to high five her, and keeps on walking.
Hold up, you. I'm especially interested to talk to you.
You're going
Are you
to
walking
jail.
away?
That's a
I
cop.
turn around immediately when I hear something like that because interested and talk to me are 4 of my middle names.
You got the
Or
type of
both.
energy that I want to stay at this
Count 'em up,
bar.
dog. Interested, talk to me. 4.
No, interested and talk to you.
No.
Those are 2
Don't count the
commas
end.
in there, bro.
Interested and talk to me are 4 of my
He's on it.
names.
He
She's on
really
it.
should be interested to talk to and me.
What?
7 of us get grammar. Continue on, my friend.
I don't. But we're gonna keep going.
There's 6 players.
5 then.
I'm confused.
And you guessed it,
He,
because you're a bard.
Kai
And
just
is
walks
a-
over to the pile of
and
money
is
and
a-
just kind of sits there for a second.
he's
He's
starting.
waiting.
Oh, you
Got
counting
stealer.
it?
He's
Yeah,
got
yeah,
that
I'll
smile.
count it. Shit, I'll count it.
He's starting to count. It's gonna be 92.
I'm completely
Um,
fine with that because, again, I feel some type of camaraderie with this guy, and I don't really, you know, I mean, like, this is all I really needed. I just needed to break the ice. I feel good in here. So
But you have the type of energy that I'd really like at this bar. What's your name?
my name's Puff. Well, I mean, A Puff. People call me Puff.
Yeah.
You call me a lot of things. What's your name?
My name's Sirocco.
Where you from?
I'm from a different world, but
Yeah?
I started this bar. I made it, and
Am I right in thinking that all worlds connect in this place? Is this some kind of like is this like Grand Central whiskey
Yeah,
for
I guess you could consider it like that.
shenanigans. Yeah.
Absolutely. Do you
Is
plan on
10
sticking around?
Yep.
I want someone like you to stay around.
Is this place like this all the time?
Absolutely.
I'm absolutely staying here.
Okay. I'm so glad that the bar brought y'all together because I've never seen somebody make a group of friends so quickly.
Oh,
out
these
of
aren't my
nothing.
friends.
Oh no.
Nah,
Okay.
man.
Well, I was gonna say that's the kind of spirit that I was actually the most interested in.
Oh.
I like them well enough.
Wait, retract my
Well,
statement.
stop. We're still not friends. That's not a retracting kind of. I'm
As
not.
he's saying this, I just
No,
stop
no.
counting for a second. I come
No.
up, slap him on the side.
100%. I feel like this is out of character. I would never say this to any of your characters' faces.
Mainly because I don't have one.
That's the main reason. Still, he's right. It's the only reason, really, because I don't discriminate, and he's faceless in the game. So I wouldn't say this to any of your characters' faces, just so I don't make them feel bad.
Well, if
Wow.
if y'all want to collect your money and
Good
come
Lord.
upstairs, I think there might be some opportunity for everyone here. I really enjoyed seeing that. I'd be entertained to see what y'all can do beyond that.
This place is really cool, but it obviously needs some decoration, dude. I don't know how long y'all have been open, but it's time to make this fucking place look good. We can do some big things here. I'm gonna get started. Hey, thank you for the help. I appreciate you almost trying to catch me. Bro, we should talk. I promise I feel a little something. Bards, bitch.
I tossed him a very small pouch of sweet weed.
The two of you guys, super sexy. Thank you. I catch that weed and I'm out.
All right. So I guess Puff goes off and doesn't even like entertain the thought of going upstairs.
Maybe he'd take a
To get
piss.
some money.
So, Sirocco is left standing there looking at the rest of you. Well, that was an interesting night. I'm the owner of this place. I'm sorry if you came here abruptly. I hope that you've enjoyed your time here.
How do
You're welcome to leave at any time.
I leave? You're just a big ball of sunshine, aren't you?
Right as he says that, though, there's this song that kind of like plays in the back of your head. Anyways, as a bard, you might know.
That's why it was so bad. I didn't recognize it.
A slight fear creeps over you, but yeah, you can leave whenever you'd like to go back into the city. But I'm sure you'd probably feel like you're missing out on a great opportunity to see a little bit of the world. Maybe there's a way to, I don't know if y'all are looking to go somewhere. If you're interested in that, I could help you beyond just the city of Sora. There's also some adventures that I have lined up. There's some tasks that need done around here. I don't know if anyone of y'all are interested in something
So
like that.
I kind of look at him and I'm like, adventures
Mm-hmm.
of.
There's some worlds kind of like at the brink of extinction, or they've already happened, and
Started
I need-
out heavy.
yeah, I don't know. I dabble in that thing from time to time, trying to help out other worlds, and if y'all are interested in it, there could be more money than just. How much gold was that, by the way? you won?
92.
Right.
Someone
That-
scanned it. That
62.
doesn't break up into
62. I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty
You-
fair at
you-
counting. I
you
counted correctly, and it
counted
was
and you
62
said
gold
92.
pieces, of which we divided
Well, then
evenly.
that means someone has to have cheated, because that doesn't divide up by 6.
Fucking dwarves. And I turned to him and be like,
Do I
"You're
believe
saying money?"
I was gonna say, do I believe that?
Doesn't compute.
Make an insight check.
You're saying
I'll
that
make one as
dwarves
well.
wouldn't be
Okay.
able to rightly count the number of gold
I'll make
pieces
one as well.
that there are?
Yes.
He's stealing some.
You're the most truthful man I've seen with that nat one.
You said.
But you're not with that dirty 20.
Oh,
Oh shit.
hanging on every word.
You're inciting him.
Yes, this one.
Okay.
Oh,
Were you
hold
trying
on.
to flex the
Not
numbers?
about the gold.
Yeah, I was trying to pocket 30 extra
That
gold
would be
pieces.
18 plus 4 to 22 on the inside
You're
of
a lying son of a
Kai's
bitch.
number of 62. Because I'm pretty sure it's 92.
Definitely somebody's full of malarkey.
Would you like to count again, friend?
In front of us. Go ahead.
Which you already see what's going on, so I take the pouch that does not have that in it of the 92 gold and drop it. Feel free to count. And then I turn back to the white guy. You said white hair, white skin.
Yeah,
So
he's,
you're saying something about money?
yeah. Oh, you're interested in it. Okay.
And as this is happening, I just look at the four of them and like, see, can't be trusted. He was almost 32 off.
Yeah, so as you're passing out the money, still the offer stands. If you're interested in it, you're welcome to come up to my private suite and we can talk numbers. And
Private suite? I immediately start making my way up the stairs.
Okay.
And then I'm quickly falling behind Kai because he already lied about how much money was at play. So
Christ on a stick.
I am watching his every move.
You screwed the pooch there, bud.
Which, she's just watching me walk upstairs chewing on my sweet weed.
Or is everyone following?
After I recount all of the money to make sure it's all there, and sure.
Okay. Who's taking the that pouch?
He already said he
Oh, this
pocketed
pouch?
Yeah.
He said he stole it.
He
I did not say I stole it. I said while I counted the
He
money,
just didn't
I
provide
gave
it
the
when you
92
asked for a
gold back.
recount.
That's all that I gave back to you guys that all of you are aware of.
What the? Indeed.
Yeah, you Mr. Natural One over there.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I had a
I know-
22.
I know about
I think he
that.
graciously gave us 30 gold just to make the women happy in the group because he's obviously trustworthy.
I know about
Obviously dumb.
It's because I don't have
Come
a
on.
face, isn't it?
As-
Yeah, this is currently in my
Okay.
You assume I don't have a
As
face, so I
you
don't have a body.
bicker about the numbers on the way up the stairs, it kind of winds, and there's an identical like twin set of stairs that like mirror this and curve up and go up to another floor, where you see it's this long hallway, red carpet, like a faded red. There's different pictures on the walls all the way down, and it leads to like a chamber that comes around. And whenever he opens the door and allows you all to come in, you see this suite that's kind of like, it has stairs that go down, and then there's like a dragon giant nest sized bed overlooking it's in front of a window that seems to be overlooking the tavern, where you can only see out, because when you were out there you didn't see like a window or anything. You saw maybe a mirror. Along the walls are these landscapes that are dreamlike or are very dark. There's different kinds of these pictures up on the walls. The furniture are all these kind of curved and unique, fancy furniture. And he goes over to his bar and he starts pouring himself a drink. Would you like anything? And he puts out 5 glasses.
I'll take one. Is there any like water-esque, like does he have a water fountain or like some like waterfall or some little aquatic thing going on in this place?
No. You do see wind chimes. Very like ornate looking, kind of, some of them have seashells and
Nice.
yeah.
I'm just gonna spend a minute just looking at it.
And I don't necessarily take a drink. I'm like, no thanks. But I want to persuade Kai to give me the pouch he stole.
Okay. What do you say to him?
So, Kai, the pouch he decided to steal from everybody, might as well give it
No, lass, I never said I stole anything. Matter of fact, I gave you me share of those 92 gold.
Then where is it?
That 92 gold is in the satch.
And where's the satch?
The other girl with the fangs.
It's not in her possession. Can
No,
I do?
Actually,
can I
it
do?
is because
The
he
90,
counted
the
it.
92 gold, yes.
I don't
You're
have
talking
that.
about the
You're
other.
talking about
not the-
this.
you're talking
That's what
about
I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, so the 92 gold on the way up the stairs was dispersed, unless
Sure.
like
I'll
okay,
disperse it.
dispersed evenly amongst the 5 of
I'm talking
you.
about the
Except-
pouch that he
And then the pouch.
Except to this one. I'm gonna
So-
hold on to his.
You're
for a
holding on to
second.
his share, and you're holding on to that pouch.
That's my share. Yeah.
Okay. Is
That you
is that
know.
what you're saying to them?
Pretty much. Yeah.
Okay.
So I want to persuade him to give me the pouch.
Say and shush your babe.
You can.
Hey, I'm proficient, so let it go.
I would say that you can make an argument to, but I don't think I will.
If you're trying to persuade me to give this up, I consider it me share. Hence, once again, I left out my gold pieces and gave them to you.
Make a roll, but since it's something that he doesn't want to do, this would be like an epic, like an almost a very hard to nearly impossible roll, since it's something he doesn't want to do.
So what is it rolling for?
You can try. You can try persuasion.
Come on, natural 20.
I'm proficient in it.
Oh.
That's a 19.
I don't think Kai would let it go. Still.
There's something telling me in my head. I'm not giving this up.
So, while they're talking and she's kind of discussing, I'll walk over to them as they're discussing, and I'll place my hand on her shoulder and say, "Give it up. He's not going to give it to you. But," and I'll look at you, "I suggest that if you are going to be with us, that you start playing fair. Here is your share. That you can keep for now." And as I say that, the mask that's kind of like hidden under her like hair on the side switches to the other side of her face and it goes jet black.
Oh, shit.
Oh. Oh, I see.
Damn.
I suggest you play nice.
So I take the coins.
It's 18.
It's 18? Okay.
Everybody gets 18. There's 2 left. What's this?
You said there's 2 left, right?
Always ask for more.
Oh, you asked them.
But no, that's cool. But no, I take the coins and just, you've already made me very uneasy, and I continue to be even more uneasy about you, so I just,
You said that there was like art around
Kai takes a couple steps back,
There's artwork around the
but
room.
I'm not looking at the chimes anymore.
inspiration for drawings.
And as you kind of step back, she just kind of gives you like a wry smile and a quick wink.
Make
And
a
then-
perception check. Oh, so he was saying he was looking around at art in the room. Were you gonna do something?
I was just gonna lay my hand on like Kai, even though like we're not super close, and just be like, not very trusting. It's probably best that you earn my trust.
It's a 2-way street, love. And then I walk away.
I'm not the one stealing.
Nothing was ever stolen as I continue to
17.
17. As you take a moment and Sirocco's dishing out a few drinks, and instead of like pouring like alcohol for the people who didn't ask for it, he pours water. He's trying to be a gracious host. You're looking at these paintings. Notes. So, the first painting that like catches your eye is one of a landscape that is these like violets and purples and like lighter hues kind of misted onto the artwork. You can see in the distance of this painting, it looks like a landscape where there might be a sheared off cliff, and far back from that is a tree, maybe 1,000 or so feet, that springs into the air. But the color scheme of this is painted in like these pinks and purples and white and mist. The artwork seems very dreamlike for this one. Sirocco notices you noticing it. What do you think?
It's quite good.
Do
Well done.
you have an eye for art?
I like to sketch from time to time.
Do you mind if I see anything?
What do you think?
Do you mind if I see anything?
What do you think? 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 sketchbook, and it had, and this one's the one, like, my sketchbook is, from what I've had. It has a few sketchings of a certain individual, as well as just the house I stayed in, the general city, and as well as many things inside the house. Just all the views, like from, like it's looking out of the window.
These are actually quite good.
I appreciate it.
I think, actually, for somebody who's not displaying tons of emotion right this moment, they say a lot. And he closes the book and hands it to you. Well, if you're looking to go to other worlds, maybe that could be good inspiration for more art. Is that something that interests you?
Possibly.
Okay. Well, it's a coincidence you walked up to this painting. I have a friend who's been having these odd dreams lately, and he's afraid that the people in his dreams might actually be people who really exist. And I have another friend who can teleport anywhere. If you want to go into my friend's dream, we can get you in and out. This tavern can get you there. And then he pulls off a pendant from himself, and he goes and opens a drawer, and he puts it back, and he pulls out 5 pendants. They have like a swirling pattern to it, white and heather red. If you want to go, we can get you back too. I just need your help getting the people in that dream out.
I'm just processing.
Are you talking to him? Is he talking to him or everybody?
Well, I'm talking to you, but Sirocco's talking to him. And he's kind of like stepped back a little bit and like kind of motioned to come in and listen to him like talking about all of this. Yeah. Ribbon. He's like, one sec, and he sets these pendants that he pulled out, and he sets them down, and he goes up to the door, and he opens the door and sticks his head out. Hey! And he goes, maybe he's looking at somebody. Will you go get Ribbon? And he shuts the door. He turns back. It would actually help out a lot. 100 platinum sound good?
Big hard. 100 platinum.
So I'm taking that as a yes.
Of course. That'd be a solid aye.
Okay. I don't know. Does that interest y'all? Have you ever been to a dream before?
Can't say I've been to a dream before, but it's the thing you do when you sleep.
Yes.
I lean over too. I don't know what he's talking about either.
I mean, I've come to
for
this
8
place and I can't
You
seem
want
to
to
go
something
back.
outside to give you that?
What's that?
I come to this place and I can't seem to go back. So why don't?
You're welcome to leave, any of you. All I do is provide an opportunity for adventure for those who need it. That's all this place really is there's people out there who have different reasons for doing things, and some of them need a push in the right direction, and that's all I provide with this tavern. Sometimes it's they need to make a friend, sometimes it's they need to be set on a different path.
I'm obviously gay.
Okay. I think you're the last one I haven't heard anything from.
Are we even still in Sora? Technically?
Now you're asking the right questions. Are you? What do you think?
Well, I was in the park and then I was here, but everyone else seems very confused about how they got here, and none of us could actually get back. So there were at least some magic going on beforehand. So.
When I built this place, I built it with my best friend. We made it so that it would provide somewhere for people who needed a place to stay to go. I'm sorry, it was not me reaching out into the world and plucking you out. It was this tavern. If you'd like to leave, you're welcome to, but also, if you'd like to have a room, very discounted, you're welcome to it. Or you can go on these adventures and stay with me for free. It's up to you. But technically, you can get to Sora from my tavern. It's kind of in it, but it's kind of in a pocket dimension that's inside of Sora. It's kind of complex, but...
I've been having a good night so far, so I think I'm up for a little more.
Okay. So y'all are interested in going, and at the same time, in the middle of the room, a circular glyph appears, and hopping out from another part of the bar, you can hear music coming out of this circle, and jumping out is a... Best way to describe it, it seems like this person with this green skin, like a very large back, kind of like shorter like arms, very long legs, and they jump through, and they have like these really big eyeballs and like a huge mouth.
Frog.
Exactly.
Did we see him before in the bar?
No, you did not.
Hey, he's a
That is... oh, Ribbon, you're here. And as soon as that sigil appeared and he jumped out through his portal, he lands and stands up. Yeah, what'd you need? And the sigil closes behind him. Sirocco looks at the rest of y'all. Are you... Is that a yes?
Yes.
yes.
Aye. Why not?
Okay. And he says to Ribbon, all right. They're going to go to a dream. Will you be able to bring them back if we get them there? I guess. Roger that. Ribbon says. And Sirocco places into your hands a pendant. So this is a pendant of intertwined souls. The longer that you wear it, the closer you'll become with people, that's pretty much the quick and skinny of it. But if you need to get back here for any reason, if you're in danger, let that energy out there. Let us know, and Ribbon can get back to you. Those moments of sheer panic when you need to leave. The thing about this dream, I've never been to a dream world before, but and you can see now as you're looking at the paintings, there seems to be like 3 parts of the painting. In the first part, everything seems to be kind of bright and alive. The middle part seems to be like a lot more dim. And then the far right part of the painting is almost black. I don't know what it's going to be like in there, but I imagine once the person goes to wake up, that's when you need to especially make sure you are not there.
Always a catch. Always a fucking catch. That 100 platinum's 100 platinum.
But if it's something that interests you, you're welcome to go. Right. So Ribbon is going to show you down the hallway how to get out.
Right, before we start making our bouts, how's this little trinket here work?
Which one?
The pendant. Pendant of intertwined souls.
So
You've never seen a necklace before?
actually, if you decide together what you want the pendant to look like right now, it's in my basic shape. But you're welcome to form it however you wish. Really, it just takes anyone to put some heat on it and put some thought into it, and it'll change to a design that you like. You only have to put it in the fire for about a moment, and it'll magically shift into a pattern of your liking. I think soon, once y'all been around each other long enough, you might start to feel when each other is unwell. That's really kind of
like right now.
Are you unwell?
I'm not. She is, and he doesn't like me. Mask is still black.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's how the pendant works, so it would be able to tell.
It's just quite interesting. Put a rub on it.
Okay. It has You can tie it as a necklace, or you can pin it to like your coat or anything. In time, it can do more. That's if you choose to keep wearing it. But whenever you're not doing jobs for me anymore, then you'll return it.
Tie it really tight around the neck so it's like more like a choker rather than a necklace.
Okay. Well, if you head back downstairs where you came from, there should be a new hallway, I think. I gotta be honest, sometimes this place doesn't work the way I wanted to. We're still working out the kinks. Newly constructed, enchanted, magical tavern.
It sometimes kidnaps people.
Sometimes it kidnaps people, but I'm happy to return you wherever you want. That's why I gave you a free drink. Offer free room as well. But are you all ready? Y'all need anything from me?
Gives one last glance over the guy.
What's his name?
Whose name?
You said
Sirocco. Sirocco.
No, not his name.
Oh.
The one that's dreaming.
The dreamer. The one that we're supposed to be, or the person that we're, both. The dreamer and the one we're supposed to be getting.
That's my best friend, Equinix. You ask the best questions.
I was just gonna let her eat and see what happened. I didn't think of that at all. I was gonna be like, get in there. Oh, who are we looking for again? Oh.
His name's Equinix.
Which one? The one in
The
there or the
dreamer.
dreamer?
The one in the dream. Now the people you're looking for. That's a great question. That's on my clipboard. That's right. Here. So, first of all, you'll be looking for Tub. Equinix told me that he is, he's a very short man, very strong though, super strong, and he seems to be very affectionate with Lulu. You won't miss either the two of them because Tub has a huge tattoo covering most of his face. And you won't miss Lulu. She is a pointy-eared lass, wears darker clothes, kind of likes a fire or two, and she has a huge scar on her face and an eye patch. Still quite lovely from what Equinix says. And lastly, Kumi. Just another small, gnomish woman.
Right, so we pulled him out of this dream world and we bring him back to this here tavern, is that correct?
Yes.
Payment is received once their feet are standing here, yeah?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Anything you find on your adventures is yours to keep or to sell to the tavern. Do you have any other questions?
Why were they there in the first place?
That's a good question. Me and Equinix have been going back and forth on this, if we should even try, if it's even possible. But we think that there might be a way to preserve people even long after they're gone, or long before there's any kind of magic to take people back. Sometimes the only ways people are preserved is through stories. He heard of them through a story and now they're in his dreams. And he's afraid that if they remain in his dreams, that's where their story ends, and he feels that it shouldn't. I kind of feel the same way.
Beatrix kind of like sits back and ponders.
So I don't think anyone's done anything like this before, and I'm super excited. I don't know about y'all.
Now, what happens if the dreamer wakes up and we're still inside the dream world?
Well, that's the smartest question I've fucking heard all day.
Because we cannot control a sleeping person while inside the dream world. And if we create such a stir inside his head, he will wake up. It's common.
Not unless someone on the outside has been watching out for us and casting sleep on him continuously.
That's something I can help out with. I can make sure he stays asleep
You
as long as
don't call
possible.
for at least a year.
But with this kind of magic, I do think it takes a bit of a toll. We don't know what could happen to the dreamer as well. And I know that y'all are at a huge risk, but we've tried to make the reward equal. We'll keep him asleep as long as we can. But like I said, when you see the world starting to get darker and darker, you need to get out. Are we all ready?
I'm quite bored, so.
Okay. And so he'll lead you back down the stairs, back down to the large chamber that you came through. And, well, if there's nothing else, good luck. And he shuts the door behind you. And that's where we'll end tonight's session.
Interesting.
Hmm.
Very interesting.
So,
Hey, you're gonna be best pals.
I want to thank everyone for watching. This was super fun to play. We are going to be filming again in about 2 weeks, but this should be coming out very soon. I mean, not that you know that, you're going to see it when I'm saying all this. Anyways, we hope
It'll be up right now.
we hope you enjoy
4
it.
hours ago.
Whenever right now is.
We do hope that you enjoy it and that you are interested in watch more. We'll be refining our processes as we go. Couple hiccups tonight, but nothing we can't work past. Just learning moments, I think. So
Plan for everything
yeah,
except one thing.
last question to everyone here: did y'all have fun?
Fuck!
Oh, yeah,
Of course.
absolutely.
It was a good time. I'm glad to be back behind.
72% on Rotten Tomatoes.
I want to be. I'm excited to be on this side of the screen, man. Like, I just want to play, man.
Bitch, that was your character score the whole night.
Aww.
79%.
Wait, that
Slightly
high?
certified.
That high, huh?
I just want to get out of here.
That.
I just want to get out of here.
40.
Who's the extra?
Just ready to be a player, man. I'm excited you invited me to come along on this trip with you.
Glad to have y'all. I can't wait to see who else is going to be sitting in that seat.
Yeah.
Yep. So, good night, everybody. Bye.
See you later.
Doses.
Murder?
Woo!
Do it again.
We did it.
Fucking do it again.